Hey everybody! Wow!
Wow.
Wow.
Wow!
Wow.
Wow! Welcome to Leave the Tale, where this is our season finale. Wow! It's our series finale for our Shadowrun game. We're apparently all in a mood tonight. We're in a great mood because we got great players here. And if you know me, I'm here on Weave All the Time with Paul. You can find me here, and I'll be your master of the ceremonies this evening. But I think I'll do a round of quick introductions, and we'll go from there, and everybody can say some things other than wow. I'm going to start with Nikki.
I wasn't paying attention. I am Nikki, aka Beholder to No One, and you can find me on Twitter at Beholder to No One and look at all the shows that I do, which is way too many. And today I'm playing Zal, the street shaman, who evidently is a stone cold killer. Or technically, she just summoned a killer. She's not the killer. Everything's fine. Also, I plan to be surviving at the end of this, even if something else has to go down, but she's not gonna say that out loud.
Fair enough. Next, we have Ali/Lexi.
Hi, everybody. I'm Alexander Pitchford, or Ali, and I am, I'll be playing Eris again, as ever. She is the technomancer who still has not told anyone she's a technomancer, and is just pretending to be really good at hacking. So that's a thing. We'll see if I survive. I don't know yet.
Next, we have Jesse.
Whoa! Wow. My name's Jesse, and I'm playing Sonata, who is one of the many mages in this mana burn party that we have here. Specifically the healer that doesn't do a very good job at healing, mostly does a lot of good job at getting migraines and getting stunned, and then just complaining the entire time. So really super helpful to a situation like this. Also not planning on dying, planning on escaping this whole, thing, and live to tell the tale. Or weave another tale. Oh, wow.
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
It's gonna be that all night, by the way, folks. Sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Next we have Jen. It's already happened.
Wow. Hi. I'm Jen. I go by Savage Sparrow on the internet. Tonight I'm playing Prima Donna, or Prim, who is the elven face. And got captured last time, so that's going to be exciting meeting with the group. They would like to also live and survive, but they're a realist, so we'll see how it goes and hope for the best.
And last but definitely not least, Angel.
Hello. I'm Angel. You can find me at Favorable on the internet. Oh god. Tonight I'm playing RIDDLE, our 7-foot-tall buff troll babe. It honestly could go either way on whether or not they survive, but I'm super excited to find out. Yeah. Wow.
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 Yep, all night. It's gonna be out all night. There's gonna be bullets flying and just meow.
Cat noises.
But definitely cat noises.
Yeah.
We're clearly all cat people here.
Yeah.
But yes. So we're gonna rewind a little bit before we go back to our hotel that we left off with at the end of the last episode, and we're gonna talk about Prima's no good, very bad day. So as the drone attack happened, Prima got separated from the group, and apparently after vacating location with her new fence friend, like turns the corner, sees a particular shop, and notices the iconography outside of the shop, and is like, I need to not go in there, because you're kind of in the more sketchy part of town. And as you turn the corner to escape your past, which we're not going to let the audience know about right now, that can be post game, after show, extra notes in the overlay. You quite literally, because as we all know, Prima's luck is awful, bump into some officers, like in the most literal sense of the word.
Oh God.
And in that moment, you have that failure of, oh, I'm this person, and your sin reads as that person. And there's that complete breakdown of, like, you're so flustered from your past almost catching up with you by accident that you end up in custody. Now, you're in custody for a couple hours while everybody else is out doing things and looking for stuff and avoiding the drones that are now kind of hovering around town. And you spend the night in county, and over the course of spending the night in county, you get your hands on some information that has been sent to you in private, and because the group wants to play telephone, it will not be revealed to the group as of right now, nor the audience, and we'll let Prima relay that to the group, hopefully, if Prima meets back up with the group. But super early in the morning, Prima, you're brought into the lobby. You're woken up from lockup in county. Basically, you're kind of thrown half in the drunk, half in solitary confinement type situation, where you're kept apart from the other prisoners. And instead of being booked normally, you are brought to a very nice hotel. Arguably, it's probably the nicest hotel in town. And you find yourself in the lobby of this very nice hotel with two police officers, two peace enforcement agents, and that's kind of where your story is going to kind of pick up. But Eris, because Eris is very paranoid and Eris discusses things, Eris decided to tap into the security of the local motel, and you see Prima handcuffed in the lobby, being escorted by two police officers, and just kind of seems to be waiting a little bit for in the lobby for the elevator to arrive.
Oh, and she's looks visibly agitated all of a sudden. Guys, she kind of fumbles for the tablet she's kind of been pretending to use. We have a problem. Prima, the police have Prima.
What?
How?
I mean, that makes...
How could that happen?
I don't know. I tapped into the surveillance systems in the hotel, and the police have Prima, and she's downstairs lobby. Wait, words, damn it. She's waiting for the elevator, but she's in handcuffs, and they have her.
Why are they here?
I don't know.
Unless they know we're
Riddles.
here, which doesn't make sense that they would only
we
send
send word?
2 people. No?
I don't think so. Wait. Well, they don't know we're here, but they're bringing her here.
That would mean that their, home base, whatever, home run is here.
I think home base was the correct one.
That thing.
Which means we're right under their noses.
Can you...
Oh my god, what are the odds?
I mean, how many hotels are there in here? Pretty slim.
I mean, yeah, but how many nice ones are here? If we're talking about corp douchebags, then yeah, they're gonna stay at the nice one.
I mean, like, we didn't know that the corp douchebags were the ones that were chasing us either. I mean, like, we're
Weren't
not
those military
that
grade drones?
criminal. I'm just saying, we're not that criminal. It seems like a little bit like overkill, don't you think?
We were being sent to
We were
death
being
row.
sent to be, yeah, we were being sent to be executed,
From
and
death row.
yeah, and those were military grade drones after people earlier. So
Like, they send everybody to death, honestly, like, at this point. You can go get caught jaywalking and get sentenced to death because they need blood for the blood god. You know what I mean? Like,
We just got 5 subs.
Skulls for the skull throne. Thank you, Papaya. You are the sweetest. I love you.
Wow.
sure.
What was I? Who am I? What year
Super
is it?
appreciate the sub goals that will help them possibly survive this very last game.
Maybe.
oh my
Riddle would like
God.
to roll out of bed very literally and just
Mm-hmm.
get up.
So, okay. So if
Now we have
Prima
pipe dream.
is currently getting put into or going to be put into an elevator or something like that to get sent theoretically to the person who is technically the head honcho or whatever fuck trying to chase us down, is it really a loss? Like, is it?
Damn.
They escape
Yes,
with us.
yes.
I'm
Sonata.
look.
But hear me out. Okay, I know it sounds bad. But, like, hear me out. Okay.
No. Whatever fucking personal drama you have with them is just not important right now.
That's
They
not
are
the part that I'm
ostensibly
talking
our
about.
fucking friends.
That's not what I'm talking about, Babs. This is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact that they have those kinds of military drones, which, by the way, really shot the fuck up out of Riddle. But those drones are very, very expensive. So it implies that there are some expensive men that are capable of doing a lot of damage to us. And if we make a big scene inside this hotel, guess what? Where are we gonna go? Our ride is not leaving for 2 more fucking days.
About a day at this point. You guys did sleep.
About a day. Where are we gonna
Is there
go?
any way for you to potentially look into the cameras and see where these people are? Are there cameras? I'm sure there's cameras in this place. Since you were looking at one, so maybe down the hallways.
So, Eris, you will quickly realize that the hotel subnet covers right now everything but the presidential suite, which is the very top floor of the hotel. That presidential suite is on its clearly someone has set up its own subnet for the presidential suite, and it would require you to hack that to get in there. So you make a good guesstimate. I'm going to take Prima the tippy top because it's the only place in the entire place that you don't have access by having cracked regular hotel security surveillance.
All right, look. Right now, the presidential suite up at the top of the building is on its own network, completely locked down. That's massive red flags, and that means that's probably where they're taking them. So, if we can keep that from happening, maybe we can slip away. Because once they get
No.
up in there, up to the top floor, there's nothing we can do.
So you're saying we need to beat them up in the elevator?
Maybe.
I can.
I mean, I could. Go ahead.
Oh, I think that we could manage that. I'm sure there is a trash chute to send the bodies down.
I could.
You know, precautionary.
There's also an
Yes.
exit on top of the elevator. You just put them on top of the elevator
Oh,
Nobody
you
will
are
find
so smart.
until they
Exactly.
smell.
I was about to say
Well-
until they start rotting. Yes.
We'll be long gone before then.
I
Mhm.
mean,
Eris.
if we really, really wanted to make a scene, which I doubt we do, but there's always the option of I could hack the I could try to redirect the elevator. If it's going up, I can try to stop it on our floor instead.
Okay.
If we're
We have
waiting by
comms,
the
right?
elevator when it stops, yeah.
So if we already have comms, in anticipation for whatever shit show we're about to produce here, right? Maybe we can see if Jer is willing to maybe leave a little bit earlier. If we cover the
We
loss,
might need to pay more.
yeah, if we cover the loss of what he's going to lose for leaving early or not taking a shipment, we cover that, then maybe he might be willing to leave early.
What was it that he said to me about if there's damage to the ship and we are being chased?
It's going to cost you more. It's more expensive. He
Okay.
wants to know it beforehand, and it's going to be more expensive.
He did warn us that if we were chased, we have to help fight whatever's chasing us, and if there's any damage to the ship, it will cost us more. Or possibly just more if we get chased, period.
I mean, we got a lot of money.
This is true.
We do have a lot of money.
And
If it
if
gets us
we're
out of
really
here
committed,
safe,
really committed to this, then we probably need to give him forewarning, because chances are, when it comes to Prima, things don't go the right way the first time.
Well, if we do not all
A resplendent
survive,
offering.
there is a chance of none of us surviving, so it is worth the shot.
So Eris will
my
notice that the
opinion.
elevator has reached the ground floor, and the police officers and Prima are being loaded into the elevator.
So let's
We
just-
could just go push the third floor
look
button.
kind
The
of-
button that we're on. It says stop to go down, and accidentally push
they
the
might
up
have
button
some
too.
kind of override. If it's
Fair.
the police, they might have an override that could just ignore whatever other commands. But if we're gonna do something, we need to do it now. The elevators hit the ground floor, and it's gonna be any moment that they start heading up.
All right, Riddle, do you think you can handle two guys?
Of course. I mean, I have two
We
hands.
just got random interruption. We just got $45 donated to us by Papaya.
Thank you so much.
So
Riddle
out there
blows
more.
you
I believe that puts
a kiss.
us
Mhm.
$15, and we'll have another episode where they actually get to go on an actual Shadowrun. Those that
Oh my
survive
God.
with all the nice the gear that people picked out. So
We get to
Papaya
do the
is,
actual Shadowrun.
the actual Shadowrun. Let's make that happen. That's like everybody just throw another dollar on the fire. We're gonna have $1 for every retweet we
and
have.
then we would do it. Yeah.
hmm Maybe.
So yeah,
Maybe I'll
Sonata
even dance.
will. Sonata was gonna get up, and I'm pretty sure she can get a hold of Jer through the comms. Would she? Because we have communication devices now, right?
You did. You guys bought some links. I will deal with
So-
Jer and the comms here in just a moment.
Yeah.
I'm going to deal with Eris and override the elevator first. So Eris
it.
will quickly realize, because Eris is monitoring everything, that they have an override, but it is the employee override. The cops were probably issued that at the front desk. They don't have like a police,
okay.
nothing stops us. But they have like the maintenance turning off the ability to stop at other floors because they're doing repairs type override that you get from the front desk when you want to be going. that is not impossible for you to hack around, but they will be a bit taken aback. You know that because they expect just to go to the presidential suite and unabated.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I will need
Okay.
a lovely, lovely roll from our lovely, lovely Decker. Air quotes again.
All right.
I'll say Decker. And how are you looking at trying to do
All
this?
right. Well, let's see here. I was looking at the... Would this fall under the controlled device action?
Sure. Definitely could see that.
Because I picked up the complex form Puppeteer, which lets me take the control device action if even if I don't have the access levels.
Nice. Good call.
So
Spent that karma well before game.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Let me look at the exact text here. Because, let's see, Puppeteer. You may take control device action on a device if you do not have the proper access levels. You still must be able to detect device. Okay. It itself does not have a roll, though I do have to roll the fade value, which is substantial, unfortunately. But I'll handle that in a second. As for control device, so it's electronics plus logic versus willpower plus firewall.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, there's no one actively manning. There's no one actively manning this and this particular hotel at this particular time. It's fairly early in the morning, and the admin is not doing anything at this exact moment. So your firewall is only 2, so you're probably going to be able to grab it. Unless I roll 2 successes on 2 dice. We'll see here in just a moment.
Well, I do have edge if need be, especially since it's an electronics action. I do have the extra edge specifically for this purpose.
No, that would not be that at all. You blow through the firewall
Okay.
and take control of the elevator. Where do you want it to go? Are you having it stop on your floor?
I'm going to have it stop on our floor. And then
Okay.
I'll do my resist fade. Fade on this is pretty substantial. It's 5. So
you take 3 stun.
I'll take 3 stun. So she kind of like focuses for a second and then wobbles a bit, you know, kind of staggers like she's got a headache and goes, "It'll stop now. Go."
So it sounds like Sonata's making a phone call, and Zal and is it just Riddle at the elevator, or is Zal going too?
Probably Zal should go too.
Yeah, Zal will go.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it. Zal will go. She doesn't have time to, or risk to put the mask on again.
Fair enough. All right, so it's probably about like a minute and some change because you guys are a couple floors up, and like the elevator dings, and like Sonata was calling Jer.
Yeah. You just hear Prima like babbling to the officers, like, "Listen, guys, it would be so much better if we could all enjoy some papayas."
You
They're
hear
the
Prima
greatest
mumbling to the officer. You see Prima mumbling to the officers.
No.
At this point in time, someone has shoved a sock in Prima's mouth from the time Prima in the elevator to the floor they are currently on.
Rip. I just wanted a cool way to shout out the amazing papaya, but no.
Well, you can shout out papaya here in a moment. But the officers are like, that just hasn't stopped talking. There's like a sock and yeah. But we do appreciate the amazing papaya.
Yes.
So
definitely.
I will totally assume that Zal and Riddle have a definite surprise action because the officers are expecting to stop on the presidential suite and not the floor before, and they're not expecting to see a troll and an elf standing in front of them.
Well, they're not going to see an elf. They're going to see hopefully a spirit instead.
Sure. So a spirit and a troll.
Also, like, Riddle is so tall and big. Like, Zal's probably like just behind, and she's like, "No, Zal there."
It's always like down the
So go ahead and
hallway.
give me the roll for your summon. Go ahead and give me the rolls for your summon. And you and the spirit and the riddle can make their surprisiness. What force are you summoning? What force level is the spirit being summoned at?
3.
Okay.
Summoning. That's what it is. Seven.
Ooh,
Hits
nice.
out of 12.
That's a good roll. It's the willpower plus 2 times the force of the spirit is my die pool, if I remember correctly.
That's a great question. I'm pulling it up.
1, 2. I only got 2 hits, so you have 5 tasks for it.
Fantastic.
So the spirit will be around for a hot minute. But all right. Yep, and ding, the doors slide open. Prima's like, and then is it just are we busting shots, or is there just a fist coming in and punching one of these officers directly into the face?
How many officers are there?
There are 2.
Okay. I if I may, I would like to grip both of their faces and slam them into the back of the elevator wall. I'm sure that won't. I'm not trying to be like OP, but it just and then maybe take out my gun after that.
For your surprise, you can definitely slam one of them. You can definitely catch one
cool.
by surprise with ease, and just
My air
basically
elemental
slam their back.
will. Sorry, go ahead.
Can I, like, physically shove the other one then? So it's still that idea?
Yes.
Well, they're air elemental
Yeah.
hanging out as well.
Yeah, my air
Air
elemental is going
elemental.
to engulf the second one.
Mm-hmm. So do you
Take all
want
his
to
breath away.
push one into Riddle's awaiting arms, or would you like to push one into the vortex of air that is now probably going to suffocate this other officer?
I feel like Riddle's got it. I think shoving the other into the vortex is really cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as much as I like
Sure.
playing volleyball with Riddle, I think like
The vacuum
you know,
of space
Twister
would be
cow
much more
maneuver
brutal.
is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Go ahead, and I'm not going to have roll attack for the first thing, just because you caught these guys completely by surprise, because they're not expecting this at all. Go ahead and roll me damage for your elementals all with a +1 bonus die for Prima's nudge, and then Riddle, go ahead and roll me damage for your slam into the wall.
The target resists stun damage with a DV equal to magic +2, so that's 7.
7. All right, nice.
Sure.
So they take 7.
Well, it has to resist that.
They have to resist with body. Yeah.
What would I be rolling for just straight, like, unarmed damage?
For you, I believe you don't actually. That's right. They don't have damage rolls in the system as much as I would like there to be. They're soaked in the mathematical after. So for you, I believe it is your strength because of all your troll implements and troll augments, if I remember very correctly.
Okay.
Because you get all the troll bonuses, which make it your strength. Instead of your strength halved, you get your strength halved plus a number +2, I believe. So I believe you deal 5. So with the extra hits from your actual attack roll, or for your actual roll because you do get to roll your attack, because all those count as extra hits on damage.
Uh-huh.
That is the so go ahead and roll me your unarmed.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. So, do I just roll strength again, or?
There should be an unarmed skill on the sheet, or brawl. I believe it's unarmed attack, and because I know we did guns and unarmed for your setup. Should be heading there right now, looking at the sheets.
Thank you very much. I'm not sure where that
Mhm.
is.
It is cool. We got this. Apparently, we're gonna sing this whole episode. Apparently, our next episode's a musical episode.
Wow.
Oh, that would be so cool.
Close combat. Close combat with your unarmed spec.
Okay,
Is the
that's
role
what
we're looking
I assumed, but I wasn't sure.
Yep, that
alright.
is exactly correct. If it is 10, then you're good to just keep that roll, but I do not know if it is 10. Looks like it's a more than that. It looks like it's an 11. So, go ahead and click on that and roll that unarmed. Oh, yeah, no, that's very bad for them.
Oopsie whoopsie.
Oopsie whoopsie. Yeah. So, are you I'm going to ask, because you have the option to do lethal with your augments. Are you looking to do physical damage or just stun to this officer?
Stun, I think.
Okay. So you see Riddle's hand fly past you, Prima, and engulf this officer's face and slam it against the back wall of the elevator. And that guy clearly has a concussion and is very unconscious and is now asleep. And so he's the accumulation of all the bad things you're not supposed to have happen when you have a concussion. The other guy who you shoulder check into the vortex gets slammed into the top of the elevator and falls back down, but is not quite unconscious yet. And we will roll regular ass initiative from there. I don't think it's going to matter much because I think Riddle or Prima will go very quickly and probably obliterate this poor normal police officer from the face of the planet.
Yeah.
Poor.
With his 7 initiative, probably not
Poor,
gonna.
poor guy. We're so sad for the cop.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This law enforcement officer that was just bringing this criminal to some people. Zal's definitely going beforehand. Riddle's,
And my spirit has its own.
Sure.
I got a 19.
Your spirit goes first. What would you like your spirit to do? Is it? Are we continuing to engulf this guy in a?
Until
Nay.
it is dead and or knocked out and no longer a threat. Well, not dead.
Where's the
Yes.
initiative roll again? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or spirit go very fast.
Yes. So it's going to continue to do the engulf air, and
Okay.
each turn it does 7. It has to resist 7, and once the stun goes past, or once it passes all of its stun damage, it starts to take physical damage. It's unconscious at that point, but it will continue to take physical damage.
Yeah, he
as normal.
will pass out as your spirit engulfs him again. So you have successfully and without making a lot of noise rendered these 2 officers unconscious, and now you have a Prima who I assume has probably spit the sock out of her mouth or their mouth.
Yes.
At this point in time, and is now able to talk in handcuffs in front of you. Commence to role playing.
You
I walk up. Welcome back.
you guys came here for me? Like, she's
Oh.
You were
currently
here.
searching for the rifling through the pockets of the officer to undo these handcuffs.
Yeah, no, you find the key.
Yeah. Cool.
No, we were already here. However, we did come to
Oh.
get you, though.
Do we want to kill
yeah.
these 2, or
Well,
perhaps put them on top of the
pretty
elevator?
Sure, they're like here.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Now, are we all together?
Or
No,
some
you guys are
elevator?
just hanging out in the elevator right now. The 3 of you.
Okay.
are
I'm just
kind
trying
of
to
in the
figure out if we're
elevator
killing
area.
these 2 or not.
Yeah. I mean,
Eris would have hobbled along after everybody after she kind of recovered from her wobbly moment.
I mean.
So what Eris will notice, as Eris is monitoring things, is you guys probably have maybe a minute or two before the guys above you probably are going to notice something is wrong. Because the elevator should only take so long. Yeah.
We're going to be reporting in, so whatever we're doing, we have to go as quickly as we can.
Can I just quickly slice their throats because nobody's answering my question?
Yep, you totally can.
I mean, none of us care.
I mean,
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
You have now murdered 2 defenseless police officers. Next, would you also take their weapons and sidearms?
Yes, I am definitely taking weapons because I assume that they confiscated mine.
I'm also taking one of their earpieces.
Sure.
Mm,
You now have
smart.
access
So I
to
can
the
hear what
local
they're saying.
police comm. You now have access to the local police comm traffic, at least for now.
Yeah, I'll
Riddle,
take
can
the
you
other
put them
one.
on top of the elevator?
Yeah, you can throw them on top of the elevator? Sure, not a problem.
After
I
everybody
Or
calls
have
whatever
Riddle
they
put
want.
them on top of the elevator, maybe?
yes, I whatever slot, you know, because elevators have that like panel usually on the roof, and I just.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Are we going to go upstairs
Well,
and finish the job, or are we going to try to leave?
I mean,
I would suggest trying to leave as quickly as
Hmm.
possible.
Yeah,
I mean, I can send this guy upstairs at least.
I don't know.
Sure. You can
I
totally
have
put
him
the
for a
wooden
little bit
spirit in the
longer.
elevator. Mhm.
So
That
it's an as technology asset recovery team, and they're looking for some artifacts that were taken from our space, and her eyes like briefly glance at Eris for a second before before they like kind of just mask their face again. And also apparently there was a technomancer on our flight. So obviously, I don't know, like if we can end the threat here, that would be cool. But in lieu of that, getting the fuck out of here, also great.
I think I'm within the same line as well. If we don't take care of it now, they will only follow us until we eventually have to. Because they will keep chasing us. We used to be
Yes.
convicts. But if we leave now, we might be able to get a head start. I'm fine with either.
So as you guys
I
are
would prefer
pondering
to
that,
see.
I'm gonna shoot to Sonata real quick because Sonata wanted to call chair.
Yeah,
So,
you know.
You put through the first call. It kind of goes to voicemail, and it's Sonata, so I assume Sonata keeps calling because it's Sonata.
Of course. What the why would I let a voicemail get in the way of what I need?
What exactly? So the second call on like the 4th ring, he answers. He's like, "What do you want?" Like I am on with a client right now, or the client right now.
Oh.
Is there something?
The client? Wow. That's amazing.
The client who's right. You're taking advantage of.
Me? Never. See, here's the thing. I have a little bit of a problem, just a little tiny bit, and I'm wondering if you
Of course
can
you do.
like help me navigate around this situation.
Maybe.
Maybe? Oh, that's great. I like maybe.
What
That's better than a
situation
no.
that you want to navigate around?
Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing. Right? So how much money is this client like? Are you expecting to get from this client, like to do the thing?
Well, they have recently told us they need to get out of the area sooner rather than later, so I was going to give you a call when I was done figuring that out, but we were looking at leaving in the next few hours instead of in the next 24.
What? no way. How serendipitous. And my idea,
Mhm.
like, totally was bad. Definitely glad I didn't just start talking. So
That has never worked for you, has it?
working for me right now. So here's the thing. A few hours, like, what if, like, just so happens, like, maybe if, like, this thing needs to happen, like, within the next, like, hour? You think you can be in ship-shop shape?
I can be in ship-shop shape in about the next 2 hours, so the client should be getting here and loading their merchandise onto the boat ASAP.
Okay. Okay, so now I guess I have to talk about the thing. So what if I really need you to leave within, like, an hour? How much would you theoretically be losing if you left in an hour?
1 moment. You hear, like, click, click, and then you hear the click over of a three-way call. And you hear a hello that you've heard before. On the other end of the line, Sonata, from a man who you were recently in a crash with. A short man, maybe a dwarf, named Jesus.
We shared gum. We're practically besties.
You did share gum. Uh-huh.
Practically besties. I'm ready for this. I can do
Practic-
this. I'm prepared.
Mhm.
I'm energized. All right. Hey.
Yes. My
Yo.
transporter told me apparently that we're sharing a ride now.
Yeah, we're sharing a ride, and I think we might need to, like, like, make it an express ride.
Yeah, so I'm not close enough to port to make an express ride right now. But if you all want to swing back and pick me up, and basically it's a situation of he's not in town yet, they're still heading towards the port town. But if you want to pick them up not in port, it could work out. But he is offering a substantial cut of something that apparently he doesn't want to discuss on a microphone right now. You could possibly outbid him, but given what you know from our very, very first episode, you're probably under the impression that they have what was ever in the back of the transport with you that had been cleared out to make space where other prisoner seats had been removed.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit! Wow, okay, so, like, it really sucks right now. Like, we totally sold our chopper that we took, and, like, I would love to go pick you up and stuff. And
You got a
it's
helicopter?
really-
You got a helicopter. Where'd you get a helicopter from?
Had a helicopter.
Had a Okay.
Right. Kind of a little hot. Not like the sexy kind, but like the probably like we would get tracked with it kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about.
Sure.
Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing, right? Like, I might be in a situation within the next hour that I need to get the fuck out of town. And, like, right now, you're really pushing on my vibe, really making things inconvenient. So, like, can you figure it out? Or do I have to pay extra?
We're in town right now. But if you want to meet us further down the coast and pick us up, that would be greatly appreciated.
You gonna pay us extra for that?
And considering that we're almost best friends, that would be super
We did share
wonderful.
gum.
We did share gum.
Do you remember the flavor?
Yeah. Prison pocket flavor.
There we go. All right. Let me see if my friends will make this happen.
Sure. So about this time, about this time, you head out into the hallway to go see what's going on in the elevator, and you see like RIDDLE putting some bodies on top of an elevator in the inside of the elevator, hoisting up some bodies.
Hey,
I
you
wiped my knife off on
guys.
their outfit before I put it back in my bag.
Sure.
Hey, you guys. Oh, I don't know what we're planning on doing here, right? I was not listening. Sorry. But Jer is not going to be able to leave for another 2 hours because we have another client that wants to kind of expedite their escape. Guess what? It's our bestie from the transport, right? Super serendipitous, almost like a strange coincidence, really odd, whatever. Not going to think too much about it. But
I mean, considering
they
the
cannot.
considering who blew the thing up to get us down, it's not actually that surprising. But, sorry, continue.
They want to try and transport a thing offshore.
Probably
They don't want to
the
talk about
thing.
it, so like I have no idea what it fucking could be.
It's probably the artifacts that we are after. So,
Probably.
I think, since we still have the element of surprise, that maybe we should wax them here and now. Especially if we're going to be getting deeper in with our escape.
I can send
Do we have
my
the
air
kind of
elemental up
firepower
there.
for that?
I can knock a few of them out sooner.
I look at Eris.
We have a riddle.
I have a gun.
That's fair. She kind of looks at the.
If I send them up there,
Give it.
if I send
Go
the
ahead.
air elemental up there, it has a noxious breath ability that can nauseate all of them, and we can get an extra surprise.
I like that idea.
It can go through the air vents. They wouldn't be able to stop it unless they have a mage on their side.
I mean, it's not unlikely they have a mage on their side. But that said, it still gives us an edge. And I feel like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just sick of getting attacked out of nowhere. But bringing the fight to them seems very appealing.
Regardless of what we decide, Jesus is about 2 hours away. So if we cause trouble at this instant, we're also probably going to have to pick up Jesus along the shore to kind of get to the ship faster.
I've just seen what these sorts of people can do to a team that thought they were prepared. I don't want to see that happen again.
Well, that's why we have the element of surprise, because we have a team that's never prepared. Well, most of us.
True.
They won't know what to expect. How can you prepare for the unprepared?
Am I supposed to be offended by that?
She keeps a straight face, but I'm laughing. And just shrugs.
She does make a very valid point. But I mean,
You think they have a car?
yes,
We can use the car to pick up Jesus.
Exactly.
exactly.
They might have a VTOL.
Let's go pick up our keys.
Yeah. Yes.
That's such a great line. I can't
Oh, it's fantastic.
not.
Sorry.
Oh, such a good line. I can't
that
even
point-
continue. Let's just
So
go.
good.
Yeah.
We're moving.
Eris will just sigh, look at the little tablet she's been carrying around, and just toss it, just throw it away. That cat's out of the bag anyway, so let's go.
Huh?
Hey,
Don't you need that?
Hi, the Technomancer. Let's go.
I press the tiny little elevator button.
Okay.
I send the air elemental up ahead of us to get inside, hopefully.
The girl from Ipanema just.
So as you're in the elevator, the light takes on a slightly the fluorescent light bulb above you slides on a slightly fluorescent red tinge, as you know, the blood of the officers above you is now starting to drain down into the light fixture.
Nice if we had grenades.
A snack.
Have you noticed that the ceiling's leaking?
Oh, it
Yes,
does
that's
that.
a dead police officer.
Don't
I don't.
worry about that.
Yeah.
No.
It's gonna suck for whoever's gonna clean that up later.
I'm sure they get paid by the hour.
We will be long gone by
So-
then.
The floor dings, the elevator opens, and you have a hallway that is well lit and open, leading to a presidential suite door. Zal and Riddle understand that this is a presidential suite door and it looks super nice, but the hallway is also a fucking killing zone because there's nothing in between you and that door.
This is an
So if
oddly
that door
empty hallway.
So if that door opens with people on the opposite side of it with automatic weapons, it's going to get ugly really quickly because there's nowhere to go.
Riddle would like to turn to the group, like, "Shh."
Can I?
As far as internal security goes, can I try to get access to the floor network?
You totally can. You're totally on the floor. You're totally happy to try to get access to the floor network.
Okay. Let me see here.
Is anything
Guess
made
we
out
ready
of
to
wood
crack
here?
it.
The door frames are made of, like the doors themselves. It looks like the door frames are made out of wood.
But not the walls. Maybe
um,
studs.
I mean, if you could, like, the walls themselves look, they probably have wood on the interior, but like the exterior walls are clearly like drywall setup.
Okay.
So it's. Go ahead and.
Also-
Are we trying to brute force our way into the?
Well,
we
real
trying
fast,
to-
Paul, are you
Mhm.
fine with me using the guns that I was using?
Yeah, you're fine with having an
Or-
Ares predator off the police officer.
What the hell?
You're totally fine with that.
Uh,
Should, my thing should, if it can get in, my air elemental should go first so that the noxious gas doesn't affect everybody else on the team.
Sure.
That's fair.
So you're having the air.
Um,
You had the air elemental go through the vents, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Let's see. I don't want to like brute force my way in. Like, I don't want to give them immediate like blaring alarms that something's wrong, but
Okay.
Riddle would like to very quietly, like, Resident Evil, like, gun in hand, like, crawl up.
Sure. Are you making any? Are you looking around while you're doing this? Are you looking to make any checks?
I'd like to look around, actually. I mean, I assume it's just a big old hallway, but when we're at the door, maybe, I guess.
I know why I feel
When you
like
get to the door.
this
Alright.
hallway would have like lasers or something like that. I know I'm just speaking out loud, but like
Right.
Well, would it just for me? Would it just be a cracking roll?
Yeah. So are you trying to use the back door, or are you trying to brute force? You said you're not trying to just use the brute
I'll
force,
try to
you're trying
backdoor it.
backdoor.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a roll.
So backdoor entry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And just go to the equipment section, Jen, when it comes to the guns, and we will see what is going on there.
yeah, I'm trying to add it right now.
You're totally fine.
Oops. Sorry. I was fucking around with it too.
I'm sorry, what's the Panther XXL?
Oh. It's a giant gun, I think. It's not. It's not like that.
It
I
is a
swear.
light machine gun.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
was gonna say it probably looks more like a Puma.
Puma.
All right,
gun,
you
Panther
can
gun,
backdoor in there because
Puma gun.
I rolled like shit. So you managed to backdoor in.
All right.
The first thing you realize once you backdoor in, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for, their security systems. What do they know already? What can I like mess with that will blind them or give them some kind of disadvantage?
Well, you will quickly realize that when you headed through the hallway, their security system has been tripped. The
Which
air
is
spirit.
Why I wanted to do it before anyone got off the elevator, but people
Yeah.
kept doing things.
So what you will quickly realize is you'll be able to look through their feed for cinematic purposes and see that the air spirit looks like it probably got in the room and something happened. You can see three. You can clearly see three individuals. One of them is in a rigger pod, who's probably doing the job of their rigger and their decker and their network person. You see another human kind of on their knees, without any cybernetics or anything else like that. And then you see a third person by the door, who is a orc. You will also notice on their internal network that there are 4 people noted to be here, but you only see 3 of them on camera.
All right.
Like along their team. So
I will quietly relay that to the others that the elemental's been neutralized. There's supposed to be 4 people here, but I only see 3. I'm going to try to, they know we're here already. I'm going to try to interfere with the decker, the rigger, whatever the heck they are.
Is there somebody standing in front of the doorway?
Is there somebody like? Oh, Zal is asking. Eris.
They were in front of it or off to the side.
They are off. They are in a very tactical position off the side, aka somebody comes through the door, they're immediately going to put lots of bullets into them.
They're positioned to one side. They're ready. If anyone goes through that door, they're going to get filled full of lead.
Left or right?
Left or right?
They're on the right hand. They're on the right hand side.
Right side.
I begin to cast a spell while they're doing their thing.
Okay. Cool.
I assume there's not a way to like get into like a ventilation shaft or something to like get into
Not
there.
from here. No.
Okay.
So, as you have not actually crashed their setup, Eris, they will note that like basically there is a response. So basically now you guys are playing 4D chess where both people are looking at each other while they're playing type situation. Zal begins to cast and they shift in the room, and the person nearest the door shifts from being the orc to being the elf, who clearly starts to also cast something as well. You're in the situation where both parties have a lot of information about themselves.
Okay. And I'll say, Orc has moved, Elf's moved forward, he's casting something. Can I try to blind them?
There doesn't, like, you can affect the rigger, like you can make an attack on them.
Yeah, that's...
your attacks in cyberspace, but there is nothing you can do to effectively make them blind, if that makes sense. Like, you could crash the whole thing and both parties would go blind, but as you're kind of piggybacking on their signal, you can either make attacks directly against the person that's in the pod, or you can, proceed to basically wait to figure out what's, like, you're basically in that 4D chess mode. So if you would like to make a attack, are you looking to do, I assume you're looking to crash program and just drive the whole thing down, or are we looking to try to do something else?
Yeah, I think I'll try to crash program.
Okay.
Alright. Let's see here.
I assume you're trying to cache the audio feed of the program at the over and under.
Yeah.
I'm saying this as somebody who's just watching and just kind of enjoying the moment, but like illegal versus data processing, I love that. I don't where it says illegal. This is
So you go
illegal.
into crash. You go into crash it, and you quickly realize the hardware they're using is very tough and very hard, and your attempt fails. And as your attempt fails, you're going to go ahead and roll initiative.
Alright.
I don't get my spell off.
Oh, you get your spell off. I'm going to have your spell start combat.
Okay.
But I want everybody's initiative
Okay.
roll set up. That way we have that up and running.
My poor
Prim
air.
is probably
air spirit.
providing covering fire, so they just
Yeah.
I am not
Bitch
at the
destroy
bottom
my
of the
baby.
pack. This is amazing. Stop rolling. I don't like that. You need to stop.
Why do I need to stop?
Too much rolling.
Stop it.
I only rolled 4 times. The drones all go on the Riggers initiative.
I'm sorry, what?
As a note, I'm still sustaining the puppeteer on the elevator, so no one
Yes.
else can do anything with it until I give the say-so, basically. So no one's coming up behind us.
And it's a way to get out.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I can't wait for
So
us to
Zal,
do
go
the
ahead.
Disney elevator down.
Right. So here's what I want to do. There's two options. Either I'm using either way shape wood, and I want to make the floor underneath of her, the caster, malleable, and she's hopefully not paying attention to the floor beneath her, and make it split so that she falls. That is my goal.
So there is not enough wood in the flooring to control wood. Most of your wood is in the doors themselves. Like the
Then
the
I
actual
want the
floors of the building are very much metal and plastic, and they're not.
Okay.
They're just not like that's expensive to do in this era. This hotel is
Then
nice,
second-
but it's not a nice enough thing. The other thing, yes.
Okay. So backup was take the door frame and use it to wrap around her tightly so she cannot cast spells. Like make
Okay.
it putty around her hands so she can't cast spells.
So you're going to try to reshape the wood and grapple the caster up.
Yes. Because
Okay.
it becomes selected material is malleable putty in your mental hands. Essentially, you can shape the material as long as the spell is sustained. When the spell is dropped, the material retains whatever form you gave it. So it's roll sorcery plus magic versus object resistance.
Your object
There's a
resistance is
cubic
not very
meter
high.
per hit.
Okay. So
Shit.
your object resistance is not very high. I believe it's only like a 2 or a 3 for wood, if I remember correctly.
3 hits.
Only downside you will have is they were waiting on the other side of the door to counterspell whatever they saw coming. That was their whole job, was they're going to cast an AoE spell and we're going to get stuck with a counterspell. So you have 2 hits,
But I didn't cast an AoE spell,
but you did not.
technically. But yes, I understand what you're saying.
They were expecting you to cast something bigger and brighter because they have profiles on people, so they did not expect this, but they did expect to have to deal with a caster.
So with
So-
2 hits, I can do 2 cubic meters of material.
You can. But with 4 hits on counterspell, basically, Zal reaches out, the door, I'm going to have the door basically move forward and leech, and you basically drop it away and the door dissolves, and as you go to move it forward, you see your magic dissipate against the shield of a counterspell inside of the room. So now there's no door between you and the bad guys.
That's really rude.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. So now we're going to drop into base initiative for folks.
No dream.
No dream. Good to hear. I have a 26 and a 24. I think I'm going before folks.
Yeah.
So our orc, who was by the door and moved back behind the mage, moves back up to the edge of the door area, takes a knee, and will start busting shots.
Unfortunate, he should use his hands.
Not yet.
Big, meaty hands.
That'll happen soon enough. Mm-hmm. He will start busting shots. Sonata, your defense value is not very high, is it? Unfortunately.
Yeah.
So he will gain an edge to bust shots at you.
That's fine.
1, 2,
Fuck
3,
me.
4.
God.
4 hits.
Just eat.
Would you like to use
just-
a minor action to, go prone and try to avoid
Sure.
some bullets coming your way?
Sure, I'm gonna just lick the carpet floor just as quickly
Go ahead
as
and roll.
possible.
Go ahead and roll your reaction. Go ahead and roll that reaction and that defense +2 for
Aggressively.
going prone. Aggressively lick the
Baby,
carpet.
oh baby.
Hey, look at that, 2 hits.
Only two hits. Go ahead and roll your soak.
And I can soak the damage.
You can. It is 8 damage. You will soak 1 of it.
Fuck me. How much is that physical?
Yep, 7 physical.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7. Okay. All right.
It's fine.
All right. This is fine. This is not what I not what I wanted. This is not how I envisioned the orc busting a shot on Sonata. All right. So this is not how I envisioned it going down.
So Sonata, the orc will take a knee, aim level at Sonata, and just let rip with a semi-automatic burst. You want to describe how Sonata responds to taking this? Where Sonata takes the shot? What Sonata looks like after being riddled with bullets?
Sure. I mean, Sonata was probably still in the fucking elevator because she's not a dumbass to go into the hallway. Dumb, thinking that she could be safe in the elevator. Here she is, just standing in the door, probably just staring at what's going on, not really exactly paying attention, comprehending the effect of like, hey, shit's about ready to go down, and she sees the door open. The shots start
actually.
melt
The door doesn't
away.
open; it melts.
Jesus Christ!
God.
She sees the door.
That wasn't what
melt
was supposed to
away,
happen.
Reveals the big giant orc man, which she was probably like, man, he's kind of good looking. And that immediate thought just goes through her head just as the bullets go through her body like butter. And she just bought this jacket. Damn!
That's
Bought
true
this
tragedy.
jacket. And now it's covered in
that's the takeaway here.
blood. But you know
Yeah.
what? She might keep the red blood stains on the orange jumpsuit. It might have a cute pattern later on, since we're trying to, extend the life of this outfit. But she just goes, shit, and just sort of does a spin to kind of go against the back wall, like probably where the buttons are, and she's just gonna hold her middle, which, by the way, guys, I have 2 more ticks left on damage before I'm down, so I'm pretty sure what we're seeing right now is her kind of contemplating her insides, and dare I say they might be coming on the outside. That's how she is right now. She's just like fuck, just constantly,
Okay.
just a skipping record of just explicitives.
Mhm.
In the same nasally voice that she has. I just don't want to do it all.
Yeah,
Love
super
it.
legit. Love everything about it. On 24, so Riddle moved forward and is standing near the doorway. Zal's a little bit further back. Prima's the next closest one to the elevator, right?
Yeah,
Still near
Prima
the elevator.
also
You said Prima.
is like, I mean, is it possible to shoot, from the elevator?
Yeah, no. If you're like right outside the elevator, I'm just getting everybody's positioning for what's about to happen.
Yeah, because I figured
And Eris
that
is
they
more toward the
set
middle or more toward
themselves up.
toward the door.
Eris is in the elevator. She never would have gotten out of
Eris
that
is in the
damn
elevator?
thing.
Sweet.
Yeah, like
So
she's
Zal
probably
and
pressed
Riddle
to
are
the
up towards-
opposite side of
So
of
Zal and
Sonata
Riddle
at
are
this
up toward the
point.
front.
Okay,
And
well, I guess I'll
what-
be in the middle then, because I don't want to leave
Oh, you
them exposed.
Okay. Oh, so you're in the middle. So
Like,
you know that
by the
scene
elevator,
where
but like, yeah.
Mhm. So we're gonna say you're on the elevator side because we're about to divide us up some. So we're very much gonna have I'm the Juggernaut moment. As through the drywall, through the extra area of the doorway, bursts a human. And I use that term loosely because it is much similar to Riddle. This person is chocked full of cybernetics and is probably not much left in being a person more than it is a machine with some meat over parts of it.
Less
They
hot.
perceive way less hot.
Well,
Okay, less hot to Sonata, not necessarily less hot to Riddle.
Cyber
But
zombie,
they-
great.
No, not full blown. They're not like there, but they're like
Okay.
1 or 2 point essence away from there. There's very much clearly somebody that is. They were described a few episodes back as being very close to being a cyber zombie, but not full blown cyber zombie because those are silly
That's
and
fair.
game breaking, and I don't like them. But I want that very much high cyber look, as they're the only one here with a super high cyber look. They kind of come crashing through the wall, look around, and kind of look at Riddle. When they see Riddle, like, they kind of splay their fingers and their nails, where their nails should be, kind of all turn into daggers, and kind of go, oh, a dance
Ugh.
partner. And go to take a swipe at Riddle. But they have now
yeah.
juxtaposed themselves from Zal and Riddle, and Prima, Sonata, and Eris, who are in the back. So this person is now in between the group of people like that.
Riddle would like to crack their neck. Just one side, like,
Mhm.
I do not dance.
You can dance if you want to.
Leave your friends
Yep.
behind.
If you don't dance.
Maybe don't leave your friends behind in this instance.
Mhm.
If they don't dance, then they're no friends of mine.
No friends of mine. Riddle's not your friend anymore. Uh-oh, this is about to get awkward because Riddle doesn't dance.
Yeah.
Alright. So they're going to take a swing. 1, 2, 3. They only got 3 hits on all those dice because apparently I cannot roll.
Okay.
So
Really,
they're gonna
motherfucker?
sit
You
there and-
can't roll right now?
I can't roll right now.
Don't even talk to Sonata. Crit glitch.
So is
Crit
Riddle trying to
glitch,
dodge, or
crit
is Riddle
glitch.
just going to take it on the chin?
Huh?
Is
Oh, I'm
Riddle
gonna
looking
take
to
it on the
dodge and try to
chin.
do it? Okay.
Yeah, I just and like spit out the blood.
All right.
in my
Roll.
mouth and
Roll.
just, like-
It is 9 damage. Go ahead and roll your soap.
Okie dokie. Eh.
So it's 4. It is physical.
Cool.
All right. Next, I believe we have some player characters. I believe Prima rolls next in our initiative, correct? At 18?
Yes.
Mhm.
I want to use the power of friendship in this gun I found.
Okay.
So,
Shoot them friendship bullets. Those bullets want to give you a hug.
Mm-hmm.
Go for the mage.
So, first rule of combat, wizard dies.
Mhm.
What, do I just roll firearms? With the pistols
Yep.
back?
It'll be, yep. Mhm.
Okay, cool. Hey! That's
Oh, they're gonna
a lot
use one of their minor actions to hit the floor. They're like, nope, I do not like being shot at. It is not my friend. It's not where I park my car.
Whoa!
And I'll only do one off. So 4 plus whatever the damage of the weapon is.
The damage of the weapon is 10, I believe.
That would be one of the most powerful pistols in the game at 10 base.
That's what it
That's
said on the
crazy.
Wikipedia.
It should be in the book on page. I'm checking the page number right now.
Yeah. 'Cause I just searched on the wiki, because I was in a hurry.
Yeah,
It's Ares Predator. So we defaulted to that.
Ares Predator.
Three. The DD is 3.
Oh,
so it's
okay.
7.
Okay. Okay.
And they will soak
It's a
1.
10 attack
So
rating,
they get
maybe
hit.
that's what you're thinking of.
Yeah, it's a 10 attack rating. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So the round
okay.
catches the mage square in the chest. They take it. They don't look happy about it. As they hit the carpet, they don't manage to roll and do what they want to do in time, and they seem to be very unhappy about what has just transpired with them. It is the mage's turn. Yeah, it is the mage's turn next. They will use their movement to move out of line of sight from the doorway and apparently do a thing. So that is what they will do with their action. They were going to do something else, but getting hit for a lot of damage is not where they want to park their car right now. Two, three.
Oh, wow.
2, 3. So they'll take 2 drain. All right. Okie dokie. The person in the rigger pod seems to be doing some things. Nothing seems to be happening right now.
Okay.
And now we're on to all the rest of our PC's turns.
Can I get to Sonata?
There is somebody very much in the way between you and Sonata. It is a very, very bored out human.
Okay.
Wolverine on steroids.
I'm gonna try something.
Okay.
I'm gonna try Master Puppeteer control action on the gigantic man fighting Riddle.
Sure.
Oh.
Spicy.
Spicy.
Dare I
like
say,
it.
wow.
6 hits.
Wow.
Oh, nice. You did get a lot of
Wow.
hits.
2 drain from it.
They did not get 6 hits. They only got 3.
Oh!
So I believe that means they're under my control now.
Fucking sick.
Yes.
It's a minor action for you to move them and a major action to your attack. So you're basically in control of their actions using your actions.
Correct. And how many hits did they get? 3?
3.
So I have them under my control for 3 minutes maximum.
Yep.
So that was my major action. Minor action to move. I'm gonna have them stay there.
Mhm.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna have
Are you
them...
moving or are you having them move?
I'm gonna move back a little bit, and I'm going to message quickly, hopefully if that's can be a minor action, to Riddle to not actually hit him. He's on our side for the second. But don't make it look like he's on our side. Because I'm going to have him move on. Can I tell him to move on his turn, basically?
I mean, the way the power works, you're using your action to move them and control them, so he can't wait to move on his turn.
Then, I'll just have him move. I'll have him move into the room.
Okay.
And not move myself.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Next player.
Which of
Riddle, I believe.
Okay.
Right.
Is there like an initiative bubble that I can see? Because I know
I do not have.
That's okay. All right.
I do not have a
I guess
tracker
I
up.
will.
It is you, Zal, and Sonata all at 12, and then Eris is at 7.
Yeah.
I have the 2 of the bad guys at the top, and then Prima, and then 2 more bad guys, and then you 3, and then Eris.
Okay. I would like to just follow behind the puppeteered guy. And kind of just like duck behind him a little bit as we're advancing into the room. And would I be able to take a shot at the closest person to me?
You can totally shoot at whoever's closest.
All right, I'll do that then.
So the closest one to you is the orc.
Okay.
You are more than happy to take a shot at him. And he will use one of his reactions to, eat the carpet. One, 2, 3. Okay. So what's your damage? Add 3 to it. Damage on that big bad weapon.
Yes. Okay. How many dice is that again? I'll just type it in.
You don't roll. You just add the 3 successes into the damage value. You don't roll on damage.
Okay.
It just is. You're cool.
I think it was a like a 5, like a rating 5.
Are you talking about DV?
Yeah. DV
yeah.
is the
I
word
just
you're
have.
looking for.
DV is 7p
Okay, thank you.
for the Panther XXL.
It's not the Panther.
No?
It's just
It
the regular Ranger gun that I think
It's the
we all
Ranger.
had earlier.
MS5.
Yeah.
Yep. 5p. So a total of 8 damage.
I see, yeah.
1, 2.
Sorry, I'll
3,
whip out the
4.
book. I'll
Alright.
do book duty.
He rolls to the ground. You shoot him. It seems to graze off his shoulder. It does catch him. It definitely wasn't as clean of a shot as Prima gave Mage.
Okay. Sick. This reminds me, I should have my book up too. And I guess that concludes my turn.
Okay.
I don't duck or anything.
You don't duck. You look really badass. All right.
Yeah.
Would it be
Sounds
fucking
good.
stupid of me to try and heal myself?
I mean, probably not.
As I'm at -3 to all my fucking rolls. I really cannot go out. I can't do anything unless I get rid of this damage. So I'm gonna try. This is gonna be a hot mess, but we're gonna try. Threshold of casting spell, roll sorcery plus magic with a threshold of 5 minus essence, which is
So you automatically get 1 because your essence is 6.
yeah. So heals 1 hitbox of stun, physical, or overflow damage per net hit. So we're looking for physical damage. I'm gonna try and heal. And let's see what terrible thing happens to me. Oh shit! That would be 6
That's awesome.
hits. Or that
Yeah,
would be
nice.
7 hits. So
Plus a free one, so 8.
So that'd be 8. So I actually heal myself completely.
Mhm.
Nice.
Somehow.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm able to
Yeah.
somehow I'm able to do that. So I'm very
Mhm.
pleased, but I do have to roll my drain. Maybe that strain will come back and just fuck me sideways. I need to make 3, and I make 3.
Nope. Yeah. There you go.
Woohoo!
So I actually don't take stun damage either. This is the first time I'm an effective healer in
Mhm.
5
We're
episodes.
very proud of you.
Just
Everybody
you healing
stops and
yourself.
applauds.
Right now.
Yeah.
Pretty proud
Sonata,
of her
heal
as
thyself.
as she probably like shoved all of her insides back in like inside and then just healing touch kind of sort everything out on her midsection. Maybe even
It's
give
like, nope,
herself
no
some
time
more
for this
rippling
shit.
abs. Yeah. And that's my turn, by the way, so I'm not gonna move.
Legit.
I'm just gonna probably tuck. Like if that's like my move, like if my movement could be just sit, you know,
Mhm.
just like take a sit in the little
Mhm.
tucked up corner that I'm at. That's where Sonata's gonna sit.
Mhm. Legit.
And Google, for some reason, was talking. That's weird. Anyway, yeah, that's my
Google
turn.
was so happy you healed. Even Google acknowledges how good of a heal it was. So there is clearly a brief exchange over the comms for a few moments.
I can hear it. Can I?
No, this is not the police comms.
Damn it.
And the orc individual drops back a bit from the doorway and throws something into the hallway.
Uh,
2 hits.
oh dear.
They're not aiming at a person. Alright. Would anyone like to use any of their minor actions to do anything, as clearly a grenade is landing in the hallway? Probably about 2
What is-
spaces behind Zal.
What is something you can do? Like grab it and
well,
chuck it back
I
at
mean-
them?
I'm gonna let people use like the dodge style action you can use for other things.
Eris is for sure going to hunker down in the elevator with like, you know, just, like drop into a corner.
Good luck, motherfuckers.
I'll try to
I
dodge
can't do
out of the
shit
way if I
against a
can't
grenade.
kick it further.
Yeah. We'll also try to dodge.
It. Yeah. Alright.
So, what do we roll?
Go ahead and roll that defensive roll that you would make for you're using a minor action. You go ahead and make your defensive rolls.
Okay. But which button on the sheet is it?
Should be
Just defense?
just defense.
Action
Yeah.
plus intuition?
Mm-hmm. As long as you have minor actions left over to do such. I know Zal used her minor action last turn to move the guy, right?
One of them. Don't
you
you
have
have
one
multiple
more?
minor actions?
You have 2.
I assumed
minimum,
you did.
as a player. Yeah. You have 2 as a person. If you have more reaction dice, you get 1 more for every reaction die you ought to have.
I
So,
have
yes,
3
you-
total points in reaction.
So reaction die are used when rolling initiative. Player characters get their reaction die plus 1 in minor actions
Oh.
per turn. So you would have 2. You used 1 to move him because you didn't say you wanted to move him twice. So.
I guess dodge or hit the dirt, whichever one is more
You
useful.
definitely don't want to hit the dirt. You definitely want to dodge in this particular case because hitting the dirt is going to make you land right next to a grenade. So, unless you're looking to jump on the grenade for the whole team, I will totally allow you
No.
to do that if you want to fall on the grenade.
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Would I think I'd just like to dodge too.
Alright, go ahead and give me those dodge rolls for folks. You want to burn those minor actions for dodging.
All right.
Where is dodge?
Should be
Can I?
under defense. Core combat information defense is your setup for that.
Okay.
Okay. So anybody else looking to dodge? No? We good there?
I already used my minor action to dodge the machine gun fire, so
You get 2
I
a turn.
assume that because I'm. You get 2 a turn, or because
Mhm.
I get.
You get your reaction
'Cause
dice.
I thought
plus
I
1
only
a
have
turn.
1d.
You always- Player characters get your reaction dice plus 1 a turn, so it's always 2 minor actions
Okay.
and 1 major.
Okay,
Player characters
so-
always get that one.
I was under the impression that I only had 1, so I will
Yeah.
dodge 2.
All right. So being back in the elevator doesn't save us.
Not for what's about to happen, no.
Okay.
Oh god, I don't even want to know what's gonna happen. Oh.
Let's see here. Rolls. Trying to find the actual, like,
Mhm.
this is a
So
fence.
it's on
Defense.
Yeah,
it's
it's
defense,
under-
under core.
defense. That defense button.
Core. Oh, here we go.
All right. So everybody rolled 2, so no one is going to be caught.
Huh.
Oh no, I rolled 2. Right? I'm double checking my roll because I think I only rolled 2 on my 9 dice. Yeah, I only rolled 2. So everybody manages to get out of the way if you roll 2 or higher. And what happens is, and this is very close to Zal, and Zal's like, well, shit. He throws it, it hits the ground. When it impacts, it pops up and just goes, you hear a thump, followed by a click and a whoosh as the whole hallway is full of fire all of a sudden.
Oh, fuck!
Okay.
God.
And that is now an environmental hazard, and anybody standing inside the room, anybody standing basically not toward the tail end of the presidential suite, every turn will need to roll soak as the area is now on fire.
Oh, good.
How far
So-
away am I from not fire?
You can run into the room, and you'd be able to move into not fire for the turn, for sure. Yes, Jesse,
Teacher, I have a question.
I have an answer.
Do places like this have things like fire suppression units or something similar?
They do.
Okay.
And you would think
Like
it would
in
turn
all-
on probably very quickly.
Unless it was hacked.
In
by
theory, it
Riddler.
would if there was something. It wasn't something else happening right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
But
Okay.
that's
I will
something
ask my
Eris can deal
question
with
when
on
it's
Eris's initiative.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. It's Prima's turn.
All right. What should I shoot, friends?
Did we skip around a bit?
No.
I thought Prima went
It's
first.
big bad guy, second big bad guy who doesn't get to go now because he's under mind control.
Right.
Then Prima,
So
Prima,
then the other two bad guys, then then all the rest of the PCs.
Okay.
We've removed the second big bad guy from initiative order due to action control.
Right. I haven't gone
Because he
since we
doesn't-
hit initiative order.
Oh, I'm very
Yeah,
sorry.
Eris
Then
hasn't
totally
gone
go
yet.
at the end of the combat.
Yeah.
I
Eris
totally
hasn't gone
apologize.
yet.
Before the big grenade goes off, what would you totally like to do? I totally skipped you, and it's totally my fault. I am very sad.
No
Sorry.
worries. I was going to try to hit the other the rigger with a data
Mhm.
spike.
Sure, roll it.
Let's see here. Let's see. Rolls. Data spike.
You're having your epic matrix battle as
Only-
the gun bite in the fire.
Only 2
Reach
hits, but I'm going to I've been building up edge. I've been building up edge, so I'm going to use 3 of those to re-roll.
Okay.
Because I can re-roll everything that's not a hit, right? If I use 3,
Not a hit and not a 1. Correct.
not a hit and not a 1. Okay. So I can re-roll 4 of those.
So
That's
4
2 more hits.
successes.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Alright. Apparently, again, I'm just rolling the best around. So he only reduces that by 1, so he takes the damage from the data spike. So what is your damage with data spike?
So it's gonna be 7.
7. Wow, nice. So 9 total. So you hear that, ah, God, and then same thing happens at the top of the round because the grenade is now even more pressing because they want to set people on fire and get them the fuck out of their business because they now know what is going on, or they do not like what is going on. And we go from there, and we are to Prima now. I do apologize about that. Keeping me honest is a good
No
thing.
worries. No worries.
Right. What you got?
So who do you want me to hit?
Not the
Like,
big
should I stick on the
strong guy.
mage? Should I stick on the mage then?
I don't think you
You'd
can
have
see
to
him,
move
but-
and find a line of sight on the mage. They spent their minor actions moving out of line of sight.
Okay. Because we have the big guy under control. Is anything down yet?
Nobody is
No.
down.
Okay. Yeah, then I guess I'll try to go forward and look to hit the mage.
All right.
Probably a good
So
idea.
you're
to
gonna move.
keep mage as they are.
You're gonna move through the on-fire hallway.
Yeah. Oh.
Don't go farther away. I can't touch you and heal you.
Okay. Is there anything I can hit with my gun from right here?
You totally can take a shot at the orc who threw the grenade. He is totally within your line of sight.
Okay.
And you could start
And
trying to
this
shoot
orc-
at the. In theory, you could also start trying to shoot at the rigger in the rigger's thing, but that they're known for being resistant. Like, the whole point is that riggers can work in safety inside of them, so it's going to be a hot second before you probably shoot your way through it.
And the orc is not mind controlled.
No.
Okay, then yeah, I will hit the orc with my gun, or attempt to.
Okay. All right. The orc will once again try to roll, duck, dodge, dive. And he will definitely this time kind of do a tuck and barrel roll back out of the way as your bullet whizzes by him.
Dang it. Then yeah, I guess I'll save my minor to dodge whatever fresh hell is coming in response.
All right. So, the mage stands back up and moves back around the corner. They are clearly looking a little bit better from the bullet wounds you put into them. And they are looking very annoyed. They proceed to put their hands together, take some of their own blood from the bullet wound, and draw a sigil in the air.
Gross. Who does that?
Yeah. Crazy people. People that are very upset about after having been shot.
Blood magic.
Blood,
I got
blood,
shot.
blood, blood, blood.
No, I'm not doing
Yeah.
crazy blood magic. Seems like they are maladjusted.
And out of the burst of the fire, it spirals around. Four hits. Yeah, I'll go ahead and keep those 4 hits. And like out of the center of the fire, basically the hallway now erupts into even more fire as basic combat indirect spell Fireball is cast. So, those of you in the hallway still probably are going to want to, if they have a dodge left, duck, dodge, and dive.
Yep.
Am I far enough away from it? Because I
It
moved
was
further
centered
down
to
the
hit
hallway.
What's up?
I moved further down the hallway. No, I moved him, didn't I? Never mind.
You did. So if you have actions to... Apparently Riddle's like, I'm good. I don't like... Fireballs do not affect me.
I don't think I have any minor actions left until my turn.
You do not. Alright. Elemental damage fire. For those that need to roll soak, it is 10.
Does that
Like
include?
Prima
Does
has
that
it.
include the elevator?
No, it's just the hallway right now.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
They firebombed the hallway.
Trying to figure out what I would like to do.
Yeah, do
Well,
I have to
Riddle
roll
Riddle
too?
dodged. You didn't move. You stayed in the hall. You stayed in the elevator, right? Or did you move into the hallway to take a
Yeah.
shot? Did you? Okay, if you moved in the hallway to take a shot, then you need to roll dodge.
Okay. Well, I asked if I could shoot the orc from where I was.
Yes, you could.
So,
We clarified that you could.
okay, so I don't have to roll for dodge.
Mm-mm. You do see the fire whoosh up. Apparently, it. How's Zal looking? Not great, apparently.
I take
Oh, no.
9 damage, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I have 9 total physical track.
So you collapse as the fireball goes off.
Shit!
Which means mind control also ends.
Double
Oh,
shit.
no. Oh no! Oh no!
Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay.
Well, so what I will do is we will get through this round of combat, and then I will let you as a group of players, decide what you would like to do, because it is one of those moments. Next we have our all of our again, something is happening in the rigger pod, but nothing seems to be happening to your guys' vision.
Okay. So we're in the group of 3 PCs that can
We're
go.
in the group of 3 PCs. Well, 2 PCs and
Okay.
a Zal who's very unconscious and burning.
In flames.
Can I ask a question?
You can.
Okay. So, I'm understanding right now that the water suppression or the fire suppression system, whatever it might be, is not being triggered, and it's probably being triggered because it's being blocked electronically or like through a hacker means. But I feel
You are aware
like
that this floor is under the control of another Decker, because Eris has stated as much.
But at the same time, those kinds of systems should probably have some sort of failsafe, like some sort of like physical trigger. Like if you knock it, it will do its thing.
Mm-hmm.
In theory.
Yeah, like a hand release for that. Yeah.
Yes. So here is what I'm wondering, right? Like, is it possible to do the physical trigger for it, since the digital trigger, can we analog trigger it by knocking something into it or damaging it in some way so that it actually triggers the water the fire suppressor?
You'd have to go pull it. They're designed to be pulled. You have to find it in this hallway and pull it. So
sure, but I also have fling.
Sure, you could use fling to pull it. That's totally fine.
Yeah, okay.
You'd have to make a minor action perception check in this fire-filled hallway to find it, is what you'd have to kind of do.
Okay. My second question would be, is it possible, if that is, now I'm just kind of like airing this out into the ether of the group, even though I know this is like not something that like the group would be saying out loud, but like, I feel like it would be better if we were to suppress the fire, because it would result in us not having to roll that soak damage to have to try and navigate around this current hallway. And if that's the case, if we trigger the fire suppressant and one of you guys who is kind of like in the hall could grab Zal and we kind of retreat into the elevator, then Zal could get stabilized by me afterwards. Is kind of what I'm saying. And I know that we're going to discuss it probably next round, but I think this is kind of like to prep for that theoretical discussion and what we're going to do. So
conducive, yeah.
I do want to kind of make it easier for us to kind of make that decision. Whatever that decision might be, regardless, the fire needs to go. So Sonata's going to roll perception to try and perceive the fire really quickly, or perceive through the fire to find that physical trigger. And see what happens. So
you're gonna need 2 hits to look around in this awful fire situation.
I'm gonna spend an edge point to roll one of my not successes, because right now I want to try and make that happen. So
sure.
I'm gonna spend an edge. 5 or better, right? Is a success? Okay.
Correct.
can't see it. So I wouldn't be able to see it. What's the soak to get through the fire again?
Body.
What's the TN? I guess.
I mean, you're gonna need it. Fire is going to give the burning condition, and deal 1 damage. So you just need to make 1 soak, but you will gain the burning condition as you trudge through the fire.
Okay. My good angel is currently down right now, so I want to save my good angel.
Okay.
The moral one. I mean, I have an extra one that's over here too, right? There's like,
Mhm.
I have more than one moral angel on my side, but right now the less I have, the more I'm likely to listen to the devil. So I need to make sure that the angels outnumber the devil thoughts. So
Sure.
Sonata, who is now 100% physically healed, is going to roll on out into the fire and make an attempt to try and grab Zal through the fire and just drag her ass back to the elevator.
Cool.
That seems like the right thing to do. And if I somehow manage to see the trigger in the fire as I get closer, I might grab and trigger, and that might be the thing to do at that moment. And I'll just, hey, let's go.
So I'll give you. Are you using one of the walls to support you as you get to Zal in the giant hellish fiery blaze?
Sure, I need to know which way is forward and which way is back. So Sonata's going to be like, shit. Okay, and she kind of goes out of the elevator and she'll press her hand against the wall and use it to and be low, because obviously the smoke's going to be above, but be low enough that she can actually try and finagle her way forward, knowing that Zal is down.
Then give me a. You want even or odds? We're gonna coin flip.
I don't No, let's go with odd, because that's currently where our retweets are at. Our retweets are at an odd number, so I'll go with odd.
Good call. Yes, you managed to put your hand along the wall and bump into the fire suppression trigger as you're making your way to Zal.
Pulling it as I go.
Costs you a minor action. You get 2. That's one of them.
Then I won't be able to dodge if I get shot. What the fuck ever. Let's go.
Yep. Let's go. You do it. You're like, boom.
Let's do this.
So I'll as I touch it, I will pull it, let that shit ride, and I will move faster to get to Zal.
All right. So a fire suppression foam starts to fall from the ceiling. Those of you in it who are suffering from the burning effect will cease. As the chilled effect starts to go into place, as starts to suck all the fiery suppressionness from the air. You make it to Zal. You've arrived at Zal. What would you like to do now? You've arrived at Zal.
Okay, so stabilize is when somebody's already in overflow damage. Is that technically what happened to Zal, or is Zal just right at unconscious?
Zal is out of boxes and not into overflow yet.
Okay. So that would mean that I would have to heal Zal instead of stabilize, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So we're going to go ahead and feel saucy, feeling confident. I just healed 7 hits. I'm really talking this up right now.
Any drain. You can do it.
I'm talking this the fuck up right now.
Yeah.
I mean, Zal will get 1 minimum because Zal has Essence 6.
This is a pot that we're talking positive energy right now, and this is going to be hilarious if it fucks up, but amazing if it works out. So let's go ahead and roll my heal as I touch Zal, and she's going to say, "Come on, Angel, not today."
All right.
And 2 hits plus the 1, so that's 3.
3.
I am breathing.
You are breathing.
Then breathing is great. And so then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do my drain and hope that I don't take the drain. Don't. Feeling good was a good choice to raise my logic, apparently, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah. Apparently best choice, raise logic.
So Sonata will sort of get down and touch Zal where it hurts and just says, "Come on, Angel, not today, not fucking today." As
Zal will take like a deep gasp.
Heals her.
Ow, it hurts. Everything hurts. Fuck.
Everything is burning right now. I mean, not technically anymore.
Not burning right now.
Feels like burning. So Riddle or Zal, what would you like to do?
I'm going to just heal myself too, because I can heal with my new karma.
How you spent your karma on heal? Like, I should be able to. Yeah, it's a good idea. I should buy that before we go ham.
Yeah. Yep. 5 hits.
Hell yeah.
So 6
There you
total.
go. So 6 more.
I am fully healed.
Collaboration, baby.
Woo! And no drain.
And no drain.
Wow.
Oh, I guess I'm better. I'm just gonna be like, thank you. To the Lord.
I don't think this is a very good idea. What we're doing right now. Just letting you know, FYI, I'm currently really feeling stressed.
I lost because did I actually lose control of the thing, or just making sure? Okay, cool. Yeah. So I used my action. I haven't used the minor action.
Correct.
Is it standing up a minor action?
Yeah, I believe it costs you a minor action to return to your feet. That is something we found out during Riddle's combat playtest, because Riddle would spend a lot of time hitting the dirt, then using another minor action to immediately get up and knocking people out. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, stand up.
Yes, stand up.
And there's nowhere to take cover.
I mean, there's the insides of the elevator to a degree, but no, this is kind of a weird killing field. You could you go through the hole in the side of the room that the very borged out human came out of. So there's kind of
that go into the presidential suite.
It looks like it probably does circle around to parts of the presidential suite, but it is cover. It does break a line of sight because it is a hallway. It is a hole in the hallway.
I'm gonna just look through that to see if I see anybody through it.
No.
Okay.
It looks like it's one of the presidential suite's bedrooms that they circled around in to use to cut you guys off.
Oh. We could go through here.
The presidential suite's the floor.
I'll point to Donna. We could go through here.
I'm sorry, you want to go deeper into the hellhole that we're going through right now?
We won't be in the hallway, though, and they won't know we're in the room.
Okay.
We can get tactical advantage by going around and surprising them.
That's assuming we survive this next round of, hell. But, sure, yes. I'll do that.
I'll climb through the hole.
One who knows how to do the guerrilla fighting.
I mean, I trust you.
Nikki doesn't know if this is the right decision, but...
For some reason, I can't move, so...
We should have just left.
I mean, Eris is last in the initiative. Eris could be like, Marines, we are leaving. You do get to do the thing before the last round. Or the end. You have the last say. But it is Riddle's turn.
That's true.
What would Riddle like to do?
Hello. Well, I am in the very beginning of the room still, I think.
You are basically on the cusp of the hallway in the room. There is a
free
guy
action.
who,
can I say he's not under my control anymore?
You can totally soliloquy that.
Cool.
Everyone else is in the elevator, yeah?
No. Sonata's in the hallway. Zal just ducked into the hole that the guy made in the wall. And Eris and Prima are in the elevator.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, good. Yes. I know what to do. Not. I I'm gonna take a few steps back and then start to just shoot in front of me.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna kind of retreat a little bit, but not
Okay.
fully yet. So,
Who are you shooting at?
who's in front of me?
You have
big
the
juggernaut
orc.
man.
You have the orc. The juggernaut man is like next to you ish, because you guys kind of moved into the room together last turn, so you could move back
Okay.
and take a shot at the juggernaut if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Um,
Yes, please.
Okay. Alrighty.
Good.
So move back and take a shot at the juggernaut man. Juggernaut man is like, oh, you are shooting lots of bullets at me. I would like to not be shot with all these bullets that you're shooting at me.
Fuck.
That's the
He's
wrong
just
order.
like me,
I
for
almost
real,
wrote
for real.
21d6, and that's not his dodge pool.
No. Oh my good god.
So he's like, I would like to not be shot by your bullets, and he is not shot by your bullets.
Cool.
Man, I wish I
Alright,
could just manifest that kind of energy sometimes. Man, I don't want to be shot by bullets.
Yep.
Yeah.
You have all of your many minor actions that you can take now.
Yeah, I'm
Depending on
going
what you
to move away 10 meters
Sure.
behind him. Just gonna go back a little bit towards the elevator. Put a little bit of
Okay.
distance between me and him.
Yeah. He is, he moved away when he dodged away, so he's not going to take any attacks opportunity or anything against you, because he rolled away.
Sick. Cool. Alright, and that concludes my turn.
Okay. Eris.
We're outgunned. We're outgunned. We need to leave.
Hey, Eris. This is like really just probably not the information that you want to hear right now. Zal just went into a hole.
You can see Zal. Like, Eris saw where Zal went. Zal is not, like, obscured. Zal is no longer in line of sight from the people in the room. Eris can look out of the elevator and look into the hole Zal is in.
Okay, so
Like, she'll
As a
communicate that
point of
over the comm too. Like we are outgunned. We need to leave. We are all going to fucking die in this hallway if we don't get the hell out of here.
Inner Zal is fighting because these people are corp, and
Yeah.
to her they're bad guys, and she needs to defeat them. But also, tactical retreat is a thing, but also anger.
You can't kill Corpos if you're dead.
Make
my
for a
head.
great t-shirt.
We're not
Right.
gonna stop
Would make for a great
hunting you.
t-shirt.
I'd buy it.
Like, are you going to be okay? Because again, like they're not gonna stop hunting you.
Even if we leave, they're gonna follow us. We can tactically retreat, and they'll follow us, and then they're gonna follow us and try to kill us there either way. At least they wouldn't have their home ground, but still.
That's the problem. They do have their home ground, and if we die here, then none of this had a point.
Yeah. I like that idea as I have my face backing up. This is kind of a lot.
Out of character, just real quick, who has machine guns or like automatic guns? Does anybody have them?
Yeah, you guys have some submachine guns. And some
Yeah, we do.
rifles.
Are they smart guns or are they kind of like just regular guns?
There are 3 Ingram smart guns and 2 Ranger rifles,
Mhm.
which do pretty decent damage.
I know this seems really stupid, but like, if we were to tactically retreat, could we theoretically use 1 or 2 of these guns and like, I don't know, put a zip tie around the trigger and just fucking throw that bitch?
That's so fucking good.
You can.
That seems like chaotic energy right now, but like that's what I'm
Mhm.
feeling. And I think that
So,
that
yeah.
kind of like, insanity might be enough to kind of just, as long as it doesn't hit
Well,
any
they're-
of us, I guess.
They're smart guns, right?
Mhm. As long as you have a smart, as long as you have a, as long as you have the right
Somebody
things
who's
to
smart?
interface with them, yeah.
As long as we have somebody who's smart.
You need a smart. You need a smart link to interface with them. So as long as you
That's
have
true.
items that give you a smart link.
So
So
I know
Riddle
this
can
seems like,
interface.
I know it's big chaotic energy, but I think it's one of those things that like they just threw a bomb at us. We don't have those. But we can throw a gun and have it just do its thing.
So I guess I should ask the consensus of the group. Are we looking at like we want to get out of here and retreat and run away, or we want to stay and fight in the hallway longer?
My vote is retreat.
Okay.
Nada's always gonna want to retreat.
So Nada's also going to want to retreat. I think
Yeah.
Zal wants to stay and fight.
Prim is like mostly like deferring to the fighters, like because they're the fighters are the ones who know what they're doing, or at least that's their opinion.
Yeah, because if they
Zal-
think that they can't handle it.
Zal does not want to retreat, but if everybody else on her team is retreating, it's not the right decision to stay here by herself.
Legit.
So she would be forced
I
to
think
retreat.
I think it's kind of down to Riddle deciding if they're going to stay and then fight in the hallway, or if they're going to try to pull back as well.
Well, I think they kind of like that idea too. I mean, they already said it, so.
All right.
There's a giant
got
wooden
it.
door in
Fine.
front of me, right?
There's a giant what?
Wooden door in front of me?
I mean, there's a giant mass of wood in front of you. So if you would like to do wood-based things, you can totally do that. I was going to drop into cinematic for the retreat.
Cinematically, I would
Yes.
like to chuck the door at their faces to distract them.
Sure, not a problem. So we're throwing a door. Is Riddle like using themselves as a body shield so other people can retreat behind them?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, they're so big.
Okay.
I think it's kind of a given,
Mm-hmm.
considering I'm in front of everyone so far.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
You are at this point in time. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So I'm going to slip into cinematic, and then we're going to slip into break because it is already 10:20. So what happens is like Eris seems to give a compelling response of, we can't kill corpos if we're dead, and we attacked them in a murder hallway. We're leaving. Eris has complete control of the elevator. By the way, the elevator has a basement and a sub-basement, which is probably the parking garage, so I don't know how quickly Eris wants to descend the elevator. Let me know the answer to that at the end of this. Zal conjures up some magic and throws the big, massive wood that used to be that door straight through the presidential area that's open to them, and it smashes its way through the glass on the other side. As you all start seeing, well, everybody can identify the scouter drones that you guys have been seeing a bunch of. You see two of them on the other side of that glass now, so that rigger has been doing something to do with drones from the look of things. The large guy who is taking control of tends to fall back a little bit, and the mage jumps back behind the corner as the orc and the juggernaut, who finally pulls a weapon, which is a very large hand cannon, start to return fire down the hallway. Some of the bullets bounce off of Riddle, some of them lodge into Riddle, but Riddle shields the rest of the group as the machine gun and ammunition fire intensifies. Eris slams the door shut that she has under her control. How quickly would you like the elevator to descend?
Very quick, but not so quick that it risks killing us at the bottom.
Disney ride.
Whee!
like
Not a
our
problem.
We all
tearing
kind of
this shit.
levitate a little bit.
So you're Tower of Terroring this?
Hell.
No, we all
to some
grab
degree,
onto
no.
Riddle as like the rest
Yeah.
of us float.
Everybody
Y'all are, like,
in
floating.
this situation, everyone floats. Riddle does not defy physics and stop themselves from floating. That's how it works when you ascend
Riddle
that
defies
quickly.
the physics in my heart.
Exactly.
Well, Riddle defies the physics in everyone's heart. That's not the point.
Yes, that is true.
So,
Wow.
so you get them. Do you take it all the way down to like the sub basement parking garage area? Because you know there's probably going to be vehicles down there.
Absolutely.
So you guys descend the 13 total stories at a very fast pace, and stop semi-suddenly over the course of the next two. And there's that moment of lurching, and then there's a moment of thump, thump on the top of the elevator.
Oh yeah, the bodies.
Ew. Oh, good.
As-
I thought the big guy jumped down after us. No,
Just a couple of
oh, that
rats,
makes more sense.
You know.
Oh.
as like there's a indentation at the top of the elevator. The doors open to the sub-basement parking garage, and you guys have a plethora of vehicles you may be able to steal from. And at that, we'll go to break where decisions can happen. And I'm gonna,
Heck.
Fucking sick, mate.
This is your friendly neighborhood stream tech, reminding you that we have a number of ways to support the channel if you like what you see and you seek to see more. First and foremost, we have a... So, actually, I want to ask, dear chat, which, by the way, congratulations, we reached our retweet goal. Very, very excited about that. But how do you pronounce your name? Is that two V's or is that a W? Because the way my computer's rendering them, there's like a big gap between them. And I don't know... I guess wowzers, right? Probably. Two V's look like W. There it is. Okay, yeah. I've had computers where they really smush them together, but yeah, there it is. They kind of look like vampire fangs to me. That's why it... So I'm just imagining like the Transylvanian accent as they go in, but... I was in the middle of talking about supporting the channel, and if you still wish to do that after hearing me go on that tangent, a number of ways you can do it. First and foremost, I'm a fan of YouTube. I have YouTube Premium. I share it with a bunch of friends, so I don't have to pay that much, but basically, it's a good format for listening and not watching, and I sure like to listen to some actual plays. So if you click that link, we've got a ton of content, including a Vampire the Masquerade actual play, by the way. But what's your podcast called? Very interesting. We also have Discord. If you're not in the Discord, how dare you? Just kidding, but you can hang out with the rest of us show fans, talk to the cast. We got little rooms for different shows, so if there's a particular show here on Weave the Tale that you enjoy, there's a space for it. We also talk about custom dice and cosplays and just about everything 1 or 2 degrees of separation away from playing TTRPGs. You might have noticed Weave the Tale has a focus on smaller and more independent TTRPGs. For that, you will find it's a relatively rare thing to see a game more popular than Pathfinder, maybe, to appear on the channel, but sometimes it does. Fang Gang Podcast. Wowzers, that's an amazing name. I wish to elect you for like a naming committee. if you are involved with that. And if not, let me know who, because I need some clever names. I mean, for crying out loud, my show is called Symbaroum Stories. That's just a alliteration. That's like a 1 out of 5 in terms of creativity there. But I'm wondering, because for flavor, it just so happens that the elevator music is a classic from before the change by the title of Free Falling. Yeah, I've learned not to trust an elevator or elevator shaft in any collaborative storytelling endeavor. But I think that might just be my claustrophobia speaking. Beyond that, I want to say we do have an interesting sponsor giving us some monthly content. If you do play 5th edition, and on average, I'm guessing you do, you can go ahead and click that link. It's an affiliate link. It helps us out, but more importantly, it gets you to the website or the Kickstarter. They funded to 95,000 out of a 20,000 goal. If you wish to join what is now 1,100 backers, I think there will be ways to get it. Otherwise, there's a link to the website on that page. The first issue is free. So issue number, or I like to call it issue #000, is free on their site. You can download it. There's also a Foundry virtual tabletop module. If you take Foundry for 5e, it makes it very smooth, makes it very pretty. And I'm a sucker for a virtual tabletop. It was named by the storyteller. Pretty good at naming things as well. I recognize your name. My name? Loud Atlas? Whose name? I am merely the void beyond. Oh yeah, I realize I am interacting in chat. Yes, I lurk in a bunch of people's streams, and I'm friends with Sam, who was on your channel at some point, I think for charity, which was a fun time. Yeah. Let's see, am I forgetting anything else? We have a stream schedule, but I don't know if I want to go on camera just now. You know what? We'll do it because, funnily enough, I'll do a face reveal now that I'm being called out. But if you want to zoom in there, we have some Lord of the Rings. One Ring is new. We stream that tomorrow, and then if shipping goes correctly, Anthony will be running Bunkers and Badasses. So see, we've just got new content constantly. But if there's content that you want to see played, feel free to reach out to us. We are on Twitter. I'll just drop the tweet here. Yes, face in front of a very green screen. But I'm liking the aesthetic, so I'm keeping it. I enjoy all shades of green. But our regular programming schedule, we're putting the Symbaroum book on the shelf. You know, there's a time and a place for everything, and diving into the 3 to 4 year long campaign that is Copper Crown into Throne of Thorns, this could be the place, but it might not be the time. But I will still say Vampire the Masquerade still resumes for Mondays. This was going to be the finale for Shadowrun, but you can see there on the 29th there's an episode as well. It's not 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but it is 8 p.m. and I think it's Eastern Daylight Time now. I don't know, time zones suck. Use software to localize it and correct it wherever you can. I like to use hammered time, but yeah, so we do Shadowrun. This was the finale. We're doing a 6th episode of a classic Shadowrun because we reached our funding goal. We wanted to get to $100, and I didn't think we were going to get there, but Papaya Pariah came in and I think donated like anywhere between $40 to $60, I think. And we also obliterated our retweet and subscriber goal, which I'm very happy about. Makes for a good finale, in my opinion. But yeah, so we're going to do another Shadowrun one-shot. And then Thursday we have Pathfinder 2nd Edition, all POC cast. Friday we have Shadowrun at 2, which is the other Shadowrun show that'll continue to run through at least April. As well as Blue Rose, which is wrapping pretty soon. We have a couple weeks left. Nothing on Saturday, though Mondo Cane Publishing takes over the channel the first Saturday of each month. And I think we're doing it again for April. And then, of course, we have Pugmire on Sunday. But if you're on the Discord, you can mute all the channels if you would like, but we do announce in the announcements tab when we go live. So enjoy these things if you can, when you can. And then, of course, usually the chat is occupied, haunted by some of the players. So if you're lost, just ask to be caught up. And, you know, lurk is love. But I think I'm going to let us listen to the chill sounds of Michael Gelfie as we continue to wait. Another shout out, though, briefly to our sponsors before we do. I think we've got about 65 seconds, 75 seconds before I take it over back to the cast. But Catalyst Game Labs, you've given us Shadowrun. Shadowrun is a system so nice, we elected to cast for it twice. We have the 10-parter and the 5-parter. Very different moods. Shadowrun Red, as we call it, on Friday in the afternoon, has elements of romance and nostalgia as well as horror. It is weirdly wholesome and weirdly dark, so it has a high range. Whereas this show, in my opinion, kind of takes the average. So you have action, you've got cool tropes, you got some fun interactions. It's kind of punchy, but it doesn't get too spooky and it doesn't get too sweet. Yeah, it's a good time. Other sponsors, we have Crucible, of course, which we're running their content every month. We're going to try to cover every issue for their first year. And then Green Run Publishing gave us Blue Rose, which is fantastic. And I also want to shout out to Onyx Path for Pugmire. They're another awesome independent publisher we've had the luxury of working with. But I'm going to go check in behind the curtain because I think we're about ready to get back to some more combat.
Wow.
Yeah, that's all night. That's what we're doing all night. Welcome back, everybody. Before we drop back into the action, I want to thank everybody for hitting our retweet and our subscribe goals. And I found out that we have made our monetary influence to make sure we get our last, our extra bonus game, which, you know, I think we have a great premise for coming out of that cluster that just happened right before break. So I'm very happy that we're ready to go on that front here in a little bit. But as we
fucking appreciate you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they just live schadenfreudenly through this group of chaotic gals palling around being gal pals. Being non-binary and gal pals.
I was about to say.
Yes, being non-binary.
Gals and pals.
Gals and pals palling around being
That's
gals
gals and pals.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Pals. Mm-hmm.
Friends.
It's like
That's
guns
really good.
and roses. You know. But yeah. So as the elevator doors open and the elevator top is dented in now from the situation on top of it, you all can see a parking garage in front of you. There's a myriad of vehicles, some of them being clearly luxury vehicles, but there is one that stands out a little bit that might be the one to jack. It is an As Technology transport van that is clearly used to transport materials. Even though Zal has a hate boner for anything As Technology related, this one just stands out to you guys.
Oh my god, it's so ugly. I hate it. We should drive it.
The classic Sonata response. Also, your shirt bullet holes and your brand new like mini bullet scars are super great. They're super great. Also, weird question: did Zal like suffer any burn scarring, or was it all healed by Sonata and the magics?
We'll say that her right arm, where she fell onto the fire, has burns up it.
All right, there we go.
Sonata will somehow
one
be
thing-
able to sell this.
Before we leave the building, the one last thing I want to do with that stupid elevator is I want to send it rocketing all the way back up to the top and then free fall it all the way back down to just try to break the shit out of it.
Okay.
Metal.
Trying to buy yourself a little more time with one less working elevator in the hotel. Legit.
Yeah.
Legit response.
I really want to steal a really cool fast car.
I mean, you could steal a separate vehicle, but I'm just pointing out how much this van stands out.
Okay.
Like it's somehow related to your subscription and retweet goals. Like there might be something
Valid.
inside of it.
It might be real easy to get in there.
Okay.
Yeah. Like somebody totally like it's still kind of running, and possibly the delivery person is delivering stuff, and it's super easy to get in there.
This is our GTA, like, out of the car.
This is your somebody's being an Amazon delivery driver in the Amazon.
I will say, I will also say that it is pretty important for us to possibly, maybe help Jesus out, because, like, if we can get to Jesus and have room to put whatever fucking shit is in the fucking in this bed of this truck or whatever, then we'll be able to actually expedite the escape process a little bit easier. Sonata's not going to be thinking about that. She's just going to say, that's fucking ugly. No one would believe us driving that.
Which is why it works.
Right? The luxury car would be too obvious.
Zal's just taking deep breaths in the background while they're making their decision. Trying to
I
think.
can't dispute that.
Yeah.
We need to we don't have time to really deliberate this. Let's just take that and go.
Okay.
So, Prima gets into the driver's seat.
Sweet. For those of you that do climb into the back, it is basically a delivery van. So if you want to start popping open packages to see what people have been buying, because let's keep in mind you live you're currently in a country where anything can be gotten via mail order.
Let me know if there's anything cool.
I pull out my knife
Hello,
that I killed
everybody.
two people with and start opening packages.
Oh,
So
Sure. So it is a mixture of package as you spread DNA evidence all over this van.
gives a shit. Who give?
I know.
Do you think that we
mean-
give a shit about something like that?
No.
Of all the crimes we have committed tonight,
Mail fraud is the one you care the least about. I hear you. I meant DNA of the dead officers, but sure, not necessarily your DNA.
That means they stole the
Well,
mail.
exactly.
Clearly, with their blood, they clearly stole it with their.
Yeah.
That's why they died.
Yeah,
I mean, we're already
They got a lot of paper,
convicts, you know.
cardboard cuts.
yeah, they died via a million cardboard cuts. So go ahead, and everybody can take an item from their equipment list, including focuses for our mages that have been wanting them this whole time.
Ooh.
Yay.
Because you will find something comparable in the back of this particular delivery van as you root through all the things. It's very much player choice. So that one item you've been craving this whole game.
So
I'd
my
like to take.
spirit focus, please, and thank you.
Sure, you find a spirit focus back there that is not attuned. That somebody has ordered from, As Technology's Magical Research Division. Or their mass marketed spirit focuses. Because, magic is money. It is the sixth world. I am terrified to think what Riddle is going to take, but, it is what it is.
Oh, I'd like to take my Yamaha Pulsar,
Okay, I figured.
if I may.
You
Why
may.
not?
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's a little hard for me, just because everything I do doesn't really need specific stuff, and
I mean, armor. A nice thing to raise your defense value is never a bad idea.
that's true. Yeah, let's
Especially
see,
after
what do I have?
Sonata, if you watch Sonata's insides almost become her outsides from one burst of this guy's submachine gun. the
Yeah,
tum-tum.
good Christ.
That's also true. What did I put for here? Yeah, I think
So,
what I will
you-
do is. Oh,
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I was going to set some more story points. You're totally fine.
No, I think yeah, I'll go with the armor, some kind of really neat looking armored jacket or something along those lines.
Sounds good.
I have no idea.
So at this point in time, Sonata might want to call Jer back and let them know everything has gone to shit, and you might go pick up some people.
So, while Sonata is making the call, she's gonna use her teeth and her combat knife to get through the packaging and stuff like that, because she's just going straight feral to try and find something that she can use. And she'll throw something over her shoulder to honk Prima in the back of the head. So whatever fucking Prima wants, Prima's gonna get, but it's gonna get thrown at him.
Of
So,
course. While they're driving.
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
Bonk.
So there's
Well,
that.
Whatever.
So
let's-
then in that case, there's a as Sonata gets slammed into the
What is with you two?
Ow! Oh my
It's not-
god!
It's not like Prima's going to turn the van around at this point in time. All right?
No.
Oh my god! And
Don't
drive
hit
like a
me with
normal
things while I'm
person.
fucking driving.
You're welcome, by the way. I hope you like it. And Sonata's gonna take the healing foci. That fucking makes sense for me right now.
Mhm.
And she's gonna call and she's gonna say, Jer, hey, hi. Really don't have a lot of time. Just gonna tell you right now.
Okay,
well,
how
actually-
bad is it? How bad is it?
Um,
That's Jer's response. He's
as far-
like,
As far as how quickly you need to be able to be ready to ship off, whatever the fuck you guys do. Probably within the next 15 minutes, we gotta pick up Jesus.
Yeah, just get here. We'll pick up Jesus further down the coast. There's no way he's where he needs to be now, and you can't get him here fast enough. So we'll make
I have
a
a
pit
car.
stop down the coast. So is he. He's heading in from the jungle.
Okay, fine. We'll meet you at the dock. Get ready.
Sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Look, honey, you know I'm good for it. I'll be fine. We'll be fine.
No,
Just
like,
Amazon.
when you say get ready, you're talking, like, you realize you've hung up, but you can keep talking if you want to make it sound better. But, like, once you said get ready, he's like, click.
And you know, like, Jared, do you want any Amazon? Jared, can you hear me? I think he hung up on me. It's fine. He knows what he's doing. Just get to the dock, Prima.
All right.
Sal's just destroying packages now. For no reason.
Okay. Just because Zal is angry, so Zal is destroying packages.
Yep.
She's
Makes
being an
sense.
unboxing stream.
Fair enough.
Yeah. It's on Sonata's unboxing stream, unbox everything.
Hey guys, welcome
There you go.
back.
I don't have a cell phone yet, but wait, just wait.
Once you get a nice enough
Would
comm link, you're gonna
Sonata-
start streaming immediately.
Would Sonata be like an influencer? I have to ask.
She is.
She
Oh,
is an
oh, yeah,
influencer
okay.
to a very niche market of people
She
that
is
like to watch people
currently-
be high.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Probably not in Riddle's sphere, because there's nothing, like, unless Riddle enjoys watching people get high.
Riddle has like a flip phone,
Yeah,
like a
Riddle is,
BlackBerry. Like
the
they don't,
equivalent
they
of
are
a
not
flip
with the
phone.
times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Riddle
no,
has a
Sonata is
disposable phone
already
for
an
disposable
influencer.
things. Disposable link for disposable times. Makes complete sense. So, Prima,
She just
are you driving casually, or are you driving quickly?
They are driving, I would say, like, above the speed limit, but not, like, noticeably so. Like, they're doing the, like, whatever the Shadowrun version of 10 over is, probably. Like just
Okay,
enough to,
sure.
like, skirt, you know,
Not a problem. So,
yeah.
all of a sudden, Prima realizes there's a squawk. Van 421, why aren't you on your route?
Oh, we,
That's on you, Chief.
Crap. Alright, so I'm gonna try to lie.
Of course.
Alright, hopefully the dice are with me now. I'm assuming you want con, yeah?
Oh yeah, that's definitely a con. You're lying, it's con.
Okay, yeah.
What are you trying to lie?
We noticed some anomalies with our engine, and we're on our way to get some repairs. It's smoking, and it's not gonna be good.
All right,
you
well,
know.
then hit the service flag, and we'll take him, and we'll have somebody.
Yeah,
meet you
we'll
with the,
get right
repairs.
on that. It's breaking up. I think.
Everybody in the fucking back are just like looking over their shoulder, like is that actually happening right now?
Eris, is there a way that you can make this van untraceable? Make it look like there's some sort of tech failure.
Yeah, let me try. Just kind of focus, and yeah, I'll try to. If there's some kind of tracking program, some kind of thing in the car,
Yeah, there's the-
let's.
So the van is got basically a delivery route program set up, so it should be hitting its route points. That's what's using.
Thanks for the raid.
But it has denoted the fact that you were told, like, if you listen to the conversation with Prima, you know you can just flag it for service right now.
Oh, really?
And yeah, that's what they said. They said then flag for service.
Oh.
AKA, denote the fact that you're heading to the garage to get fixed. Like this is a normal
Okay.
thing. They run these vehicles until they shit. Because they're an unethical delivery company.
Ah.
Poignant.
Mm-hmm. Dun, dun,
I
dun,
thought
dun.
that was gonna like track the
Yeah.
fuck out of us or something.
It'll still track you, but it'll as long as you're heading toward that location, they're not going to ask what's going on.
Ooh.
And considering you're heading towards the dock and it's a shipping company, you're probably heading in the direction of
Okay.
where their
I did
repair
not
place
have
is.
that understanding as a player. But
Totally
Okay.
now I
fine.
Yeah,
feel
well
really
then-
smart.
Yeah. Yes.
And yeah.
Not a problem.
I still like the
All good.
idea.
Kaku.
Mhm.
I
What-
do like the idea of
So-
Prima going, I saw cook.
Well, now I'm just imagining, Prima going, is there anything we can do to keep them from, tracking us or something? And Eris just reaches over to the dash and pushes whatever button it is that flags them for service.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. Prima wouldn't
Planned
know.
this,
Prima's
right?
never done a.
Yeah.
Prima's never
Yeah.
done this type of work before.
Well, yeah, and it's not like they've they've driven a delivery truck before.
Yep. So you hit the button, and you're like, "Yep, we're flagged for service. They'll track us to
Oh.
where we're headed anyway." And you're like,
Okay.
Yep. So you're driving about 10 over. Go ahead and give me a drive check.
All right.
As a note, while that's happening, we were raided by
Oh.
RPG.
I would
Yay!
like
Thank you
to
for the raid.
I would like to use a point of edge to re-roll that one.
You cannot re-roll the ones on the edge.
Oh, you can't? Okay, well then
No.
I'll re-roll one of the
So you
things
need
that's
to
not.
roll another one and just hope that you pass. Nope.
Ah. Oh no. Well,
You know what? This bitch is very top heavy. It's like a Kia, Soul. You know what I mean? Like it tips over very easily when you try and drift corners.
yeah.
So you guys
must-
speed to the docks, and you get to that area where you need to take that turn to get towards Jer's boat. And Prima's like, "We're almost there, guys," and goes to turn and just kind of slams the van into the guardrail. And it's
I'm sorry. Like over the. Over?
not into the water yet.
Okay. Yet?
Yet.
I don't like the yet.
Excuse me?
Yet either.
I said
Okay?
yes.
¿Cómo se dice?
Question?
¿Qué?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, question? What?
Prima was driving quick with this broken vehicle and slams it into the guardrail onto the side there. When this
That could have
happens,
gone better.
it could have gone better. You look like whoever's on the Prima looks out the driver's side windows and realizes that the front tire is now over the water. The railing is holding you guys there. It might be a good idea to get out of this thing and hoof it the rest of the way on foot. Because as you all look out the windows, even without a perception check, it is very noticeable that the drones that you spent all that time dodging last episode are back out in force around the docks area. The little ones, not the big one.
Yikes.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
we're gonna kick the back of this thing open and then just kind of out of the back.
Mm-hmm.
Question.
Answer.
Would an air elemental be able to wreck the shit out of them? Because then they couldn't fly.
It's debatable.
Yes.
An air elemental is going to stop them from moving around using its air elemental powers, but a lot of the attacks that the air elemental is going to make aren't going to be super damaging to a sphere of metal that's floating around. It's definitely going to stop being able to hold them still, so they can't track you for sure.
Can I get a rocket
Okay.
launcher?
You cannot know.
You said anything.
Damn it.
I don't think
I
we
said
get
anything
your
that was already
customs.
on your equipment list. She does not have a
I
rocket
didn't
launcher
have
on
one.
her equipment list.
I didn't make an
But what if
equipment
she
list.
did?
I actually did
Yeah.
make an equipment list. Your sheet's just the most janky sheet out of everybody's sheet.
Yeah.
Like, but no, you cannot have a rocket launcher by mail. It's things you found in a mail order truck. You know,
Man.
an RP.
Mail
You can,
ordered a
you
rocket
can
launcher.
cry me a river over a rocket launcher. All right.
I'll cry that
I
river
thought
and
it
then
was a
blow
great
it up
idea.
with my rocket launcher.
Sure. Whatever.
Now I know
Whatever
what
lets
to
you sleep
purchase
at
with
night.
all this new yen that we have.
A rocket launcher.
Mail order rocket launcher.
So I believe Zal is looking to hold some of the drones in place with some air elementals there. Or an air elemental.
I'm going to create an air spirit, and then if I succeed, I want to use elemental attack actually with lightning damage.
Ah, yes, that will definitely fuck up a drone.
I had to read what abilities I had, so I have to do at least a force 3
Okay,
to get that.
roll it.
I
Here,
get
I was just gonna try to glitch out their
3 to that.
cameras.
I mean, you could do that too,
Yeah.
but this is way more fun because I get to destroy shit.
Well, yeah.
Zal may
Just
or
at
may
least-
not have some I need to murder something action going on.
I
5
know
net
what you're
hits,
talking about.
so you totally get it.
Cool. I will just say, attack as many drones as humanly or as spiritually possible, please, and let it go. Use its elemental attack, which is a ranged combat attack using the critter's magic plus ability.
I'm not gonna roll hot NPC on NPC action. I'm just gonna narrate as you guys make a run for it. All right.
Fantastic. I'm watching the entire time.
I mean, you can watch the entire time, or you can run toward the boat. So
I'm holding on to
I figure
Riddle
you're-
while I'm watching the entire time.
you're having Riddle carry you so you can watch, is what you're saying.
Sure.
That seems ridiculous, and I love that.
Mhm.
I put her on my back
Riddle?
like Yoda. Yes.
Okay, I wanted to know exactly. Are you cradling her like a baby? Are you putting her on your back like Yoda? Are you putting her on your shoulders like a small child? Just let me know which way you would like
Yeah,
to carry
I imagine
her.
I'd have like a
So,
you know, like those baby swaddle pouches where you like wrap the baby
yeah,
up
papoose.
and then
You
you
put her
tie
in a
it to
papoose,
you.
yeah.
They go little.
yeah,
A papoose,
Yeah, a
but on
papoose.
the back.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I like. I also like the idea that Zal sends the air elementals and just stands there. I'm gonna see something corporate die today, and everybody's just like, grab her and go. Like, let's just
Yeah. Oh my god.
Instead of arguing about it, it's just scrap her to
Or
Riddle,
by the
and Zal is mean mugging these drones the whole time.
Love it.
You get to Jer's boat. Zal's distraction with the air elemental seems to have helped because you don't see any drones around when you get to Jer's boat.
You're welcome.
Prima, you remember seeing this man before now. You haven't seen him in a couple years, but you totally remember a boat ride that when you and Sonata were together that happened on another boat that this guy was totally on. And as, you two crossed the threshold of the boat, you swear he probably might not like you for some reason, but you can't exactly remember why. But he is mean-mugging you, and he's mean-mugging Sonata a little bit. He seems weirded out that this random person is tied to this troll, but he does kind of a weird head count and ushers you all below decks. And, what?
Don't look at me like that. I gave you fair warning.
Whose boat is this?
Look, I did my job.
Whose boat is this?
Sort of.
Whose boat
Right.
is this? I will look at you however I want on my boat. I will look at you whoever I want on my boat.
Riddle,
I've
can you
gotten
please let me
nicer,
down now?
you know.
Did you get shot recently? looking at the
Yes.
We all
pattern,
have
like
been
the
shot.
grouping pattern of holes on your chest.
Mm-hmm. I almost died.
Okay.
That's great.
Oh well, you know. Better luck next time. Get under the deck.
Damn.
Under.
It's okay. It's very loving.
Mm-hmm.
This banter is loving.
Down.
It's okay.
And they will push off.
Like- Prima just like pulls Sonata aside when they're under. Like, who is that guy? Like,
You don't remember Jer?
I mean, vaguely. Should
Yeah,
I?
that's my childhood friend. I might have gotten her his girlfriend to maybe overdose, but she was fine at the end, and then you did kind of, sleep with her, and that's why they broke up.
Oh my god.
Oh, right.
I would like.
Oh,
I would like down.
Flo
off of
was
this
so
right now.
great.
My god.
Damn it.
Like in the recovery room
Well-
and stuff like that. You had a very strong connection. Remember when you had said that?
I mean, yeah. Again, like, she had nearly died. And, like, when you have that sort of situation, that really makes you appreciate the value of life, okay? And what better way
What is
to
wrong with you
celebrate it?
people?
Maybe let's not
I
talk about this
feel-
on the ship.
I feel like this is like something like you saw that I nearly died and you're trying to do something right now and it's not working. By the way, just to let you know, I have 3 girlfriends now.
Yeah, but none of them are me.
Oh.
And that's the good part about it. And they won't break up with
I
me.
am the size of 2 of you. Prima. Maybe 3.
Closer.
Ooh.
Huh.
I think at that point,
Like, Prima just turns red and is like, oh, well.
I think at that point, even Eris is just red and just turns around and walks down below deck. It's just,
you
no.
You do
I
have
love my
really,
girlfriends
really.
as well.
So it seems like the Polycool plus Prima get on the boat.
Mhm.
I hold Prima's
And
hand
the
as
boat-
we go back
Yay!
into the underdeck.
And the boat takes off. It seems to quickly pick up a bit of speed heading out of the area.
Oh.
Yeah. And it takes probably about an hour to an hour and a half of travels. And you come into like a smaller cove area. There are probably about a half dozen people kind of waiting on the beach. One of them is good old Jesus, everybody's favorite prison pal. And by prison pal, the dwarf that we remember from our first episode. Everybody remembers our dwarf friend.
Prison
he
pals, what
is
a fun
surrounded
show.
by... What's up?
I said Prison Pals, what a fun show.
Prison pals, what a fun show. He is
That's what we should've
holding a
Call
cake.
their group.
Should have called your group prison pals? Sure. We can
Yeah.
It's not over just quite yet. And he is holding a duffel bag. A orc is with him, and he basically, the two of them get on the boat with the duffel bag. And they, go below decks, and it seems the boat is taking off toward the Caribbean League. Does anybody want to do? It seems like freedom is within arm's reach.
This is the Green War people?
Yep.
I would like to talk to them. I don't really care what they have. I know they won't tell me anyway. But just talk to them about, like, exchange war stories and shit while passing time.
Okay.
I would
They'll
like to
exchange
do
some
that.
war stories. They won't really tell you what they have. If you make them aware of, like, the retrieval team and everything else that's going on with that, they will let you in on an insight they had shortly before their base, like, their outpost was destroyed. You find out these guys are not the survivors from that outpost, but people that were sent ahead from the outpost with some of the items. That, like you knew there were items on the transport, and they were sent ahead with some of the items from the transport. They don't tell you exactly what, but they will tell you that there is a As Technology database research facility if you're worried about being tracked forever. That if you guys were,
I mean, how long?
You'd be able.
I mean, how long is
How
forever,
long?
really? How long is
Until
forever,
As
really?
Technology- Until As Technology harvests your blood and uses it in a giant ritual.
You're saying there's a way that we can... You had my interest that there's an As Technology place that has my information, and I would like that to not be the case. Interesting. We should talk more about that.
Yeah, it should. So,
Man, it would really suck if, like, I was to do another stream and then just get raided again. God.
yeah, it would totally suck. Would be the worst.
Yeah. I
Who
think-
mentioned Homestuck in the chat? I'm calling you out. Get out of here.
I think for
So-
her part, Eris has probably found some corner somewhere to kind of huddle up. She just kind of like.
Prima's probably making
Mhm.
friends and special friends.
You will notice that Prima can make friends, but it doesn't seem like any of the crew want to hook up with Prima.
What? Rude.
Oh,
I didn't do
no.
Once again, I am not enough.
Oh no! I didn't realize Riddle was serious.
You held
Riddle-
hands. That's as serious as Riddle
Dude,
gets.
that's
Riddle
true.
holds hands forever.
You
Okay.
you joked about
Definitely
having a
climbing that mountain.
girlfriend.
Hand
like-
holding is forever.
So Eris, Sonata is all and Riddle are dating, and then Riddle is dating Prima. Currently. But Riddle is taking a nap after Prima is like, okay, time to flirt with the crew.
Yeah, they'll be friendly with Prima, but it's like if Prima's like, hey, they're like, no. Like, and you get the feeling that they may have some sort of preemptive knowledge about Prima,
Weird.
and may have
Wow.
somehow other PCs may have done things to sabotage Prima's chances with this crew, and maybe those PCs
Wow.
work with Sonata.
Wow.
I think somebody smells
Damn.
some tainted meat. That's all I'm saying.
Sheesh.
I mean-
wow.
Zal may have also stated
Wow. Damn. Oh man.
Shots fired.
I think you're nice,
Damn.
Prima.
Thank you.
I
But Zal's conversation will lead us into special bonus episode because, unbeknownst to people, the big announcement is we made our $100 donation mark. So we will be back for an actual episode of Shadowrun. We're actually going to do a Shadowrun thing. And that actual Shadowrun thing is the gals and the pals, much like Guns and the Roses. We'll be raiding an As Technology facility that has lots of information on lots of criminals like themselves, and hopefully destroying that database to free themselves from being hunted down until their blood might be used in
Hopefully.
awful rituals.
and hopefully destroying way
But-
more than that.
Yeah. Why? What ritual are they? And why our blood? Like.
I mean,
Because it's available.
I think it's just general blood. Yeah.
It's general
Yeah,
blood.
it
Yeah,
would
It's
have to
available
be
'cause you're convicted
easier
felons.
blood to get.
Then convicted felons? That's pretty easy blood.
I'm pretty sure
Hey,
there's some blood
not
work
all of
that can
us-
be done to track
Not
us.
all of us are easy.
We still don't know what they do with technomancers, and they apparently know that I am
I'm
one
sure
now.
about that.
So
Yeah.
There's lots of little bits and pieces there. But as we pan out on what was to be our finale,
Oh.
and now is our finale with a bonus episode, and people can roleplay here in a
Actually-
little bit. Oh, you have
Yeah,
a say?
because I was gonna ask if I could have if we're girlfriends now, or I should say them friends. I don't know. I would like
Partner.
to have a moment with Riddle.
You can totally have a moment with your partner before we pan out.
Okay.
oh,
I'm asleep in my cot.
It's like
so,
a hammock.
Snork.
well, did you want to say your thing though
Snork.
before that? Because I wanna make sure I'm not interrupting. Okay. So it really meant a lot to me when you guys came back for me. Because no one's really ever done that. In the world that I came up in. But you should probably know that I am basically owned by the Yakuza. So I don't know if you want to get entangled in all of that, but it is why I have been scrambling to get as much money as I can, because maybe I can finally be free.
Well, I mean, I'm not opposed to killing a few people again. It is what I do best and what I know best. You're welcome. Who pays a debt? Complete losers, I think.
It's very
You're no
sweet of
loser.
you.
And I like pat the top of your head.
Thank you. They like hug their midsection.
I like curl over them and just like swallow.
Aw,
Give them a little hug.
yeah.
My other girlfriend's
they-
gonna kill me.
We can talk it out.
It's
But
okay.
like, yeah, they would cry a little bit, but you know, just feel safe in those big arms.
Oh, they're there. Pat. And I like trade places with Prima, and I put her in the cot that I was originally sleeping in, and tuck them in.
Aww,
Just like,
very sweet.
you need rest. And I like pat the top of their face. But very gently, just like,
We just got
They-
more subs.
oh,
you're so cool.
That's
Cuddles.
what happens when you pat the top of someone's face.
Are you
Oh,
kidding me right now?
whenever we have a bed, I will break the cot if I lay down with you.
Oh, well,
Later. I pat her face again.
Like,
Good night. And I
Good
walk
night.
away.
Good.
Anybody else have any other scenes they need? Am I good to pan out? I'm totally
I
happy to
suppose-
play any scenes. I don't know how you beat
feel
that,
like
but you know.
It's
hard to
it's
beat that.
so cheesy, and like like a part of me still feels like Prima's so full of shit. Like it's so.
I wanted to get that out on the stream, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, we only have 5 minutes."
Yeah, that's fine.
Sonata
it's
next
great.
episode's gonna be like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
love it.
I think the entire time Zal is just trying to join the Green War.
Sure.
And then once they
They'll not
suggest,
reject you.
yeah, and once they suggest
I
that
mean-
thing, she'll immediately see if Eris is interested when she's hiding in her corner, knowing that Eris would be a good fit to help with this.
I think for her part, Eris is mostly kind of like people watching to some degree. You know, she's kind of curled up, knees drawn up close, just kind of watching people. She might mope a little and curl up a little tighter at the adorableness, but
Aw.
she will also I don't know how she'd feel about joining the the Green War.
Well,
Eris is
Zal-
welcome to have cuddles.
Zal would sit next to Eris, and when she's talking, she's not suggesting you join the Green War, because that's more than
Okay.
most people are willing to do. Just join the. You would be the first one she would tell about the next quest, basically, and how
Oh.
we could break in to
So yeah,
just get our stuff back.
she'd listen and just kind of give a quick little nod. Yeah, if it can get me off their radar, then I'm in.
It'll get us all off their radar, I hope, and then in bonus parts we destroy more things of theirs, but yeah, the Green War they know where it is and can get us there. So I know that I've been
Alright.
awkward, and I apologize. I don't think you don't think we're dating, do you? Are we all fake dating, or I'm confused.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm not saying it around Sonata.
well,
Riddle will kill
I
me.
mean, I have no frame of reference.
I would.
I don't know. I mean, obviously, if you don't want to be, then I guess you're not.
Well, I
I
mean,
don't know.
it's not.
It could be nice.
How do I word? I'm trying to word this because I know that I'm blunt, and I'm trying not to be blunt. I think you are a great person, and I think that this could work out, but I feel like it was forced upon everybody very quickly. So I think we should build a friendship and then see what happens from there.
Wow.
And we'll
Entirely fair.
continue to go with the Sonata is our girlfriend. Oh, holy shit.
I
What is
mean-
happening?
Holy shit! I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
What?
There are so many
Hello?
subs.
Star.
Wow. Heck,
That's one
Thanks,
of my
friend.
best friends.
Oh heck!
Thank you.
Well, we got
Holy
5
shit.
from Pyro Gun and then 5 from Star.
Thanks, guys.
Oh nice.
We appreciate it.
This makes
Well-
us feel good.
It does.
Serotonin.
We
Builds
approve.
towards
See,
greatness.
everybody approves of this polycule, and this polycule would not have happened if it wasn't for Sonata. So you're welcome. Welcome.
Well, the last thing I
fucking
Drunk
was...
Sonata
welcome.
equals polycool.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Eris
Drunk
would
Sonata
stress.
plus Riddle equals polycool.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Eris would stress that, you know, if it's only going to cause more problems if you know, I don't know. I'm all about being open and honest with people as much as I can. So
You said that you didn't know what it feels like. Have you ever heard of asexuality? I
yes,
myself am
vaguely.
demisexual, so that's why I like to build friendships first, but asexuality might explain some things if you want to research it.
I will keep that in mind. But right now we probably should focus on the task at hand, or at least the task to come.
We will, but we have time while we're on the boat, so figured I out drop the bomb. And then she'll just like kind of sit and
Alright.
stop talking at that point. Kind of watching people.
That's so sweet.
I don't want to ruin it.
All right. No, I don't either.
I don't want to ruin
Is that
it
where
with
we're
my
fading out
voice.
from? Is that where we're going to fade out from? So as the boat heads towards the Caribbean League and Zal begins to educate everyone on how to free themselves from the clutches of Az technology, and the polycule drama intensifies,
We get another
as
raid.
we're lead off on what should have been our final, but now is our finale, but now with incoming bonus episode. I believe
Penultimate.
next penultimate. This finale that turned to the penultimate because people want to see one more week of this wonderfulness. So that'll be happening next week, I believe, unless something crazy is scheduled. If that's the case, we can check Weave and we'll know for sure. But I'm pretty sure we are available next week to all do this and bring it on home the last time. But I have been Paul. I have been our games administrator, and I'm going to go ahead and introduce our amazing and wonderful cast and let them give themselves some shout-outs, starting with, guess what? Are you prepared this time, Nikki? Are you prepared? Are you ready? You're not ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay,
I got
Nikki.
this.
Got this.
Hey everybody, I'm Nikki, aka Beholder to No One. I run a TTRPG podcast that has way too many shows on it, and I'm also the DM for Awfully Queer Heroes, where you can listen to me DM Tower of the Soul every Friday. This week, you can find me on Thursday over at the Lost Caravan RPG playing Slayers one shot. On Friday, you'll find me back here playing our episode 9, I think, of Shadowrun Spring of the Fireflies, which we're in the middle of combat, and I just got shot in the leg, and I'm basically playing a Riddle version, but in a different game, and it's so much fun. And then at 9 p.m., that's at 2 p.m., and then at 9 p.m. that night, Friday night, I will be back on 2000 Tales, and we are finally coming back for the rest of Season 2 for our Monster of the Week game. So I'm super excited for all the streaming stuff. Go check it out. That's it.
All right. Next, we have Allie/Lexi.
Hi, everybody. I am Alexander Pitchford. I am a writer, game designer, and game streamer, player person, whatever title there is. But yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Lexi Phoenix, and I am generally on twitch.tv/PolishCryptid on Tuesday nights Australian time around 9 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, and I mod for Dungeon Scrawlers every Wednesday at 6:30 Pacific Standard Time US. So those are both great places to check out too. Sometimes you'll see me. Very occasionally.
There you go. Next, we got Jesse.
Hello, my name is Jesse, otherwise known as the Himbo Gamer. I'm the moderator on Jacqueline Hare, and I made a Homestuck reference at the very end. So we need to figure out that sort of nonsense right over there. Stay tuned. We'll probably just... Sorry, just... you can find me on Guild of the Phoenix. I play on Sundays. Play a cool vampire game where I play a character who is nowhere near as annoying, but definitely troublesome. I am also playing as a guest for a podcast called Response Team Omnicron. I play with Paul and it's a Lancer RPG. It's an actual play. We actually do combat, and as somebody who listens to it as a fan, it is a really fun podcast to listen to, very well produced. You end up falling in love with the characters and their relationships, and also I show up. That's kind of how I feel about it. But it is a good romp, and expect to see more games coming from me. I'm probably gonna start trying to push myself into the gaming sphere again and kind of find my way back into the world. So was fun, or will be fun, because we are doing another one, so I'm very excited, very happy. That's all I got.
All right. Next we have Jen.
Hi, I'm Jen. Tonight I played Madonna, the Elven Adept. And still continue my trend of not rolling above 3 hits when rolling 18 dice, which is absurd. But, you know, whatever. It's fine. That was a good time. Yeah, if you dig my stuff, savagesparrow.com is my super awesome website where I sell nerdy apparel and accessories. You can see me streaming on our sister channel on Sundays at Penny for a Tale, where we do Pathfinder. We're approaching our final few episodes of that campaign. It's been a 2-year campaign. We're like level 20. It's freaking epic. We're at the point where we're killing a god. It's gonna be great. And yeah, for people who do conventions, I will be at Adepticon this weekend in Chicago, and then next month I'm at SakuraCon in Seattle and PAX East in Boston.
All right. And last, but definitely not least, the non-binary of the hour, the non-binary with the power, Angel.
Wow. Thank you. Hi, I'm Angel. You can find me on Fade Trouble on the internet. I mostly cosplay a lot, talk about LARP, play D&D, and I stream weekly here on Twitch as well. I took kind of a break, but I'm getting back into it tonight, actually, later. If any of those things interest you, come and find me. I don't think I have any games off the top of my head that I remember that I'm doing later this month. I have more stuff like in the fall, but yeah, that's about it. Wow.
So bring us back next week where we can get the chains of oppression off of them and true freedom from their corporate overlords. And it's been a blast, and one more to go, apparently. Thank you all for donating to get us there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow.